Got it, girl.
Be in there.
Yeah, we need a little laughter in our life, man. We going on 2 weeks losing two of our good friends, man.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, we would like to dedicate this show to the late Howard Rock Franklin as we send our condolences to his family and close friends. May he rest in peace, y'all.
Yes. Yeah. AKA Kingfish.
My man was great on the drums, yo.
Oh my gosh.
This guy was real good, man.
Got some chops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
sure,
without a doubt.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna miss him. All right, y'all. Coming in hot, baby. Coming in hot.
Yeah.
You know how we do it. Check this out, y'all. 2 more episodes remaining before we move on from guerrilla podcasting to an A1 podcast, which stands for All in One Sports Podcast, but with most of the same segments and some new ones as well. So we look forward to having y'all come along with us. Please make a note of this switch as we will accommodate you with this change as well. It's beginning on Wednesday, 9/8/21, which is, as I remember, September 8, 2021. All right. And we are juiced up and can't wait for our GPS and now to be All in One Sports Podcast family to join us on our journey to the next level of sports podcasting. Yeah, boy.
Indeed.
Yeah, man. We should about to
come on with us.
Kick it into another gear, baby. We want all of y'all to come enjoy this.
That's right.
All right, check this out. Yo, Chris B, I have a new nickname for your Lakers this upcoming season. You want to hear it?
What is it?
The Prune Squad.
Oh
Yo,
look. The Geritals.
Like the Toon Squad, but the Prune Squad. Do you remember the California Racing commercial back in the day?
Yes. Oh yeah.
You ever see that joint, Chris?
I know what prunes are. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, there's a California Racing commercial where they just say, "Don't you know that I heard it through the grapevine?" But it was kind of like a little racist, though. You know what I'm saying? It was like Henry King, kind of like the Planters peanut, but I don't know.
It's all good. I like hearing all the
chatter.
Everyone's saying it's gold, this and the third. I'm like, they're not expecting 20-30-minute games out of these guys.
No. Especially during the regular season. I think they're going to be the representative coming out of the because they have a lot of experience and definitely hunger. And all it takes is for them to get to the playoffs. And once they get to the playoffs, they got the West. I really don't see anyone. I mean, Kawhi's not going to be there. If they're thinking that Chris Paul and
Devin Booker going to be able to take on that squad, nah, not this go round.
unless DeAndre Ayton turns into like AD plus whatever, like rebounds everywhere. It's kind of a stretch, but it can happen. But you would have to dominate like Shaq or something. You know what I mean?
I don't think he has that in him.
Nah, I don't see that.
Not yet. He's still young, though. Remember that.
He's still a pup.
22, 23?
Yeah.
He's still a pup. So check it out, y'all. You know how we start this.
The blind stares of a million pairs of eyes, looking hard but won't realize that they will never see the P.
Let's do this like Brutus if you only knew this. We got a humdinger for y'all today. Well, like I stated before, I would like to choose my own heroes and sheroes, and the media and whosoever else can hold on to their opinions and suggestions to themselves. All right, check it out. Sha'Carri is not Flojo. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Sha'Carri Richardson.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Tony Romo is not better than Danny White. I'm just saying.
The Sha'Carri though, she's been on a break. Her time that she hit before the whole controversy.
Right.
It was basically up there with the ones that won the last one. So
right, they're fine tuned right now. She's
coming off a break.
I'm sorry. I think it's official. The weed has done its job. It has slowed our sister down.
Oh my gosh.
What about them Jamaican girls?
Right? What they got?
They must be smoking some good. And sometimes it just isn't what it isn't, fam.
That's right.
Free your mind and your ass will follow. You remember we used to say that? Hey, y'all, Major League Baseball's Detroit. I don't know if y'all heard about this. Detroit Tigers TV analyst Jack Morris apologizes for using an Asian accent while Ohtani was at bat. Did you hear it? Because I didn't hear it. Personally.
I heard it. Yeah.
I mean, he was going through the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but look, check this out. Lighten up, cancel culture, and be equal and stop moving the foul pole. So is it okay to use an African, Latin, British, Irish, Arab accent or use Ebonics to mock someone, but not an Asian accent?
Well, you understand what is going on with this with the whole coronavirus and everything. So now it's a lot more sensitive and it's a lot more controversial because what they've been going through because of the pandemic.
Where was all this energy when Ebola came out?
Right. Hello.
So,
hey, where was all this energy when Howard Cosell on Monday Night Football referred to Alvin Garrett as that little monkey?
They'll say that. That was back then. Back then, now, whenever I say, and now I see there's a double standard for some reason because I want to hear and see the same energy the next time anyone who is not from a particular culture or race imitating or mocking another in any way, shape, or form. All right. So for that reason, the word of this episode is fugazi. Y'all heard of that, right?
Yes, indeed.
It's Italian slang, which means something fake or damaged beyond repair. That's what it is. Yeah. I'll tell you what's popping. Check it out, y'all. Age is just a number, but maturity is a choice. Love can be a permanent state, but infatuation can only be temporary. And a gold digger don't stick around when the shit hits the fan. Facts. I know many New York Yankee fans back in the day loved Wally Pipp, but he got injured and Lou Gehrig substituted for him and never relinquished his job. However, this occurred almost 100 years ago in 1925, y'all. So I believe it's time to move on past Wally Pipp and come up with a new saying instead of saying Wally Pipp, right? The modern day Wally Pipp, as I put it. So from now on, I'll refer to this scenario as you've been Tony Romo'd. Hey!
Yes,
alluding to how he got injured in a preseason game versus Seahawks, and Dak Prescott filled in and never relinquished his starting QB position. But don't shed a tear or tears for Romo because he found his true calling in the booth broadcasting NFL games. At the top of the day,
Super Bowl.
That's right. At the top of the day, sometimes it just isn't what it isn't, fam.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he got back. We're back, and so is my mojo, and that's my motivational jog and morning Joe.
Mojo moment.
For Pete's sake, can we stop glamorizing cougar and Saluki dating? Y'all know what a Saluki is? I came up with that. FYI, Saluki, just in case if y'all don't know, is one of the oldest breeds of canines that was used by nomadic tribes to run down game animals. Because when I was in my 20s, and I think you too, Dub, I had no desire to date someone my mom's or Nana's age. Dubs, would you be cool with Mason dating Madonna?
No.
The pause though.
But don't preach. I know if Julian or Jameer came home with someone who was too old for me, I would have an effing conniption. Let's just keep it 100. Because the same way I hear criticism about wrinkled nads, you know what wrinkled nads are? It should be the same for wrinkled tatas.
That's right.
Fugazi shit, y'all.
It's more applauded too when the woman is like 30 and she's dating like a rookie.
Let the hype, but not hoopla.
Right. You remember when Ashton Kutcher was married to Demi Moore? Well, Demi Moore and her husband's oldest child was a year older than Ashton Kutcher at the time.
Awkward. Very awkward. Anyway, somehow they pulled it off. It's love or rub, one of the two. Okay, let the hype or no hoopla begin again, my friends. This episode is hot off the press and the net. So go ahead and smack that red button to subscribe and smush that notification bell. Then make sure you like and share this content with others. And it's spelled GUERRILLA. Podcast Sports by way of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more platforms to come in the very near future. Take the extra mile and see how lonely but rewarding it is. Let's get it! Keeping it centennial without celebrating the years. That means keeping it 100. Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. What's poppin'? Hey, and greetings to our listeners and viewers. Often imitated, but never ever duplicated. We are Guerrilla Podcast Sports, also known as GPS, with the segments E.or that features island picks and clean sweeps, because as you can see, we are peeps. The Grapevine and the NFC East Chronicles, all on the 500-pound gorilla in the zoo. Look, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but we just don't want to wait over 100 years before we put them at the bottom of a suitcase. And we sent a man to the moon prior to rolling luggage, y'all. So let's keep it moving because we got to give the people what they want and what they need. You did? And this is how we're going to do it. And now, meet the three ballaholics who refuse to go to rehab. Starting as wise man, my ace and brother who bleeds the other colors of burgundy and gold. The mathematical whiz born and raised in the DMV, but now podcast just outside of the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA, a.k.a. the voice of reason. Our man, Peter Dubz.
What it do? Again, rest in peace, my man, Howard Kingfish Franklin.
Yes, sir.
I will see you on the other side, brother.
Yes, we will. Salute.
Salute.
And now, podcasting from his DJ booth at Fishtails in Ocean City, Maryland, while leading the youth movement, an Eagles fan and Lakers fan from Day Uno, music producer and DJ, aka KOTJ, creating masterpieces in the lab and on the wheels of steel. But like a modern-day power forward, he drops jewels and dimes all the time with inside scoops and solid picks as a podcaster with a tremendous upside. Our man, Chris B.
Don't worry, Eagles fans. Sirianni's just hiding the plays from Belichick.
Should be, because I gotta know how to cheat. Anything he know how to do is cheat. And now, showing stick-to-itiveness while riding dirty and repping the Wizards and Cowboys Nation, podcasting from his sports lab in Prince George's County, Maryland. Acting as a restaurant, club, and bar owner during the COVID era. Filling in as a waiter, cook, bartender, bouncer, and DJ. Yours truly, Uncle P. You know I got love for y'all out there.
That's right, that's right.
So if you are seeking informed sports talk that is never outdated, from the Griot Trio that aren't just grasping for straws because we have facts, then your GPS, sports GPS, has delivered you to the right location. So huddle up and gather some of this sports info and knowledge with spectacular vernacular on another episode of the 500-pound gorilla in the zoo. What it do, familia? What it do?
What it do?
It's good.
Hey, 2 more weeks, like we told them. 2 more weeks, we're gonna be switching it up.
The rebrand.
Yeah, the reboot. They're gonna like it. But for now, GPS. We're at where is it? GPS. That's where it is for now. Thanks again for checking us out on the Tizoom. But make sure you continue to follow us when we make the move in 2 weeks under our new name, All in One Sports Podcast, aka A1 Sports Podcast. Hey fam.
It's coming.
Bruce Jenner was a handsome man, but Caitlyn is a butt-fucking ugly woman. Facts. Yeah, we're gonna cut it loose a little bit. You gotta give the people what they need. You know what I'm saying? You can't always get them what they want.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And A-Rod is straight up, y'all. I'm sure he ain't sweating Bennifer 2.0. J-Lo is not the end all of it all. I mean, let's just be real. Just understand that one person's trash is another person's treasure. Puffy, Mark Anthony, and even Casper have their pick of the litter throughout the world of supermodels, Instagram models, pageant winners, runner-ups, and losers, etc., etc. That's just what it is. They're trying to make us think differently, but
Ben Affleck is obviously okay getting sloppy quadruples. And he's one of the people in the quadruple. So it's like, come on, man.
Hey, if that's your cup of tea, so let it be.
I mean, he's out as Batman, so you know.
That's true. That's true. But you know what? I'm putting my votes in early and often. J-Lo for Mother of the Year.
How she has those kids going along with the plan and being happy. I guess they're happy. You know, like, this your new daddy. This your new daddy. His name is Ben. You know, I was with him before y'all were even born. You know what I'm saying? Before I was with your daddy.
He should have been your daddy.
Should have been your daddy. But he chose not to be. So, you know. And I don't blame him. He went with the other Jennifer, which was probably the better.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have their phones, Dad 1, Dad 2, Dad 3.
A-Rod is block in the lead. I'm done with that. I already got my own.
Chris B, you ain't right, man.
She caught the vapors.
Love it.
She caught the vapors.
Yes.
You can't come push them kids on A-Rod. A-Rod got to be on yachts and stuff with these young bras. How you going to slow the man down like that?
Right.
Look, a bell that sounds like a disturbance at 7 a.m. will sound different at 5 p.m. It's just a matter of timing. That's what I say. And always remember that broken crayon still color. I'm rolled too tight. Y'all can't pull me. Real quick, the Professional Team Name Association, Dubz, Raiders. See, I did that real quick.
Oh my gosh, you caught me off guard. Raiders not making the playoffs.
Breaking news. Not here. Chris B, Bears.
Justin Fields, all the way.
All right. I agree. Sorry, Red Rocket. All right, Firecracker. Dubs, Panthers.
Playoff bound.
Okay.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I
don't know how true it is, but
yeah, I know, right?
After watching,
buy into it.
After watching my man famous Jameis, I don't know. It's gonna be tight in that division, but for another team in that division that we know ain't going nowhere.
Number 2.
That we know ain't going nowhere. Falcons. Chris B, Falcons.
We'll be losing first week this season against us.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Dubs, Trailblazers.
Bye, Dame.
Any preferred location?
You think so?
Any preferred location?
So.
Yeah.
I think so, man. You know what?
It might not be in the beginning of the season, but somewhere before the trade deadline.
He's out. New York. He already got Kimball Walker in New York.
Trade deadline, he is gone.
Philly.
He is gone.
Philly.
Some injury will happen between the beginning of the season and the trade deadline, and that's going to open up the door for him to go to a team
Philly
of
or
his
Dallas.
choosing.
Maybe
Dallas. It's Philly. It's Dallas. Philly or Dallas too in my eyes. Well, maybe not because Luka got that Supermax extension.
Yeah, but so does Porzingis, and maybe they can use Porzingis over there with McCollum and the rest of the crew. You know, with a new coach and Chauncey Billups. Then
they got Nurkic too.
Yeah, and Nurkic. All right, Chris B, the Clippers, or as you refer to them, the Slippers.
AFC.
Okay. That's good. At least they're making the playoffs. Well, that means they have to make it in the play-in. That's all. Because I think they're going to
play in. I see them playing in and getting played out.
All right. Red Sox, Dubs.
Red Sox. missing out on the playoffs.
Oh, FOMO.
I was thinking the same thing.
They've been slipping.
Yeah, they are. They're yeah.
The Red.
I'll go into it later.
All right, Chris B, the Phillies.
Maybe they have the easiest schedule on the end stretch. They can probably eke it out. Maybe.
You think so?
Maybe for me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they gotta leapfrog.
5 games behind. That's my check. That's
the Braves before they get in, because they're not going to get in any other way. They got to win their division.
Yeah, they got to win their division. Yeah.
All right. So there we have it for the Professional Team Name Association. Great job, y'all. All right. Here are the topics of this episode. The NFL's top stories with a look around the league, the NFC East Chronicles, Chris B. Ballin with the NBA, news and updates, Major League Baseball, dubs, doubles, and double plays. Also, we have that new segment called Here or There. Also, Kicking It with Uncle P, soccer news, scores, and updates. Also, The Grapevine, this week's episode's Crash Dummy or Dummies, and some Either Or, along with the joke or jokes of the episode. So let's kick it right off the tee with the NFL news and updates, y'all.
Oh, snap.
What is going on?
Tom Brady, aka TB12, revealed the QB he was referring to when he was shopping himself around last offseason by telling that front office, "You're sticking with that piece of shit." And come to find out, he was referring to one Ryan Tannehill of the Tennessee Titans.
Wow.
And not the 4 teams or QBs I had suspected it to be Tua, Jimmy G, or Derek Carr. It's much.
Yeah, he unloaded the clip with that one.
What y'all think, man? You think TB12 is going a little bit too far with this newfound freedom after leaving the Belichick camp? You're a little frisky and sassy, I say.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not, maybe so. I mean, come on, look. I'm quite sure the 3 of us can understand being held down and kept down on lockdown for years. And then having the opportunity to come out of your shell. So hey,
right.
Yeah. I respect him coming out and saying the things that he said, no matter how controversial they are. I'm on the fence. Is he really taking a shot at that person, or is he just calling a spade? Because truth be told, what has Tannehill done?
Yeah,
that team rides the coattails of the running back.
True.
Not him. He's a complimentary piece. That's it.
If you look at it, right, if Vrabel would have played his card right, he'd have had his first Super Bowl as a head coach.
Yeah, Vrabel would have played his cards right. He wouldn't have COVID right now either.
Right. A lot of these people, COVID is the new injury.
A lot of players and coaches.
Yeah. I think that they have a better defense in Tampa Bay back then. But now, I don't think, because now they have the confidence and all that stuff, and they know what it is to win a Super Bowl. And the offense was pretty good. So if you put him with that running back, Tom Brady, he was going to win a Super Bowl with the Titans, I do believe.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. And even though their wide receiving core wasn't the greatest, it was still better than what they had in New England, along with their tight ends, Juno, and all those other guys. Definitely. All right. B.
Oh, on the TB12, man, that's just great talk. Honestly, that's like, that's how I was like, how Kobe would say about us, another player, if he had some type of freedom. Even, it's basically, if you're great, you're gonna talk.
You can talk that smack.
Yeah. Especially him. He has 7 rings.
Hey,
he has more rings than most football teams dream.
Right.
He has so many. Come on.
you wait till we have the #1 podcast. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of shit talking.
So to me,
we're gonna be coming after people.
Exactly. To me, it's what you expect from someone who's continued to be successful in the game. True. Like, it's not like he's taking a shot. He's just, I'm better than him. I will be better than him, and I will always be better than him. I don't see him even getting a Hall of Fame look. I'm already guaranteed Hall of Fame right after I leave the league.
Right.
So
he's already in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, basically. They already reserved his spot. It's an empty
5 years ago.
Already in there, just
8 years ago.
Tom Brady.
Right.
So I'm like, it's not controversial.
Stating the obvious. Just stating the obvious. All right, y'all. Let's go on to the next one. The FBI has now become part of Deshaun Watson's investigation of possible extortion allegations. Y'all hear about that?
Oh yeah.
What y'all think about that? Y'all think he has a shot at breaking through all this and staying with the team and one day winning a Super Bowl in Houston? Or do you believe that he's just gonna ride it out of there and just find somewhere where he can, be appreciated?
I don't know, man. Normally FBI doesn't stand for what everybody else thinks it stands for. For us, it typically stands for Blacks incarceration. So if they're going to do anything to help this man's cause, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, man. Sheesh. Chris B, man, what you think about our boy?
Good and terrible.
Yeah.
Good and terrible.
It's I mean, you can just tell by his demeanor and body language that you've been had. I don't know what else I can say about it, because it's like there's still a lot of probables in the air still, but I'm like, once the official court date happens and everything runs its course, it seems like the case is pretty much built up against him. They're just prepping for the day it comes. And I definitely think it'll result in a lengthy suspension, if not him getting released or cut from the team. Yeah. Which would be, of course, surprising because of how much talent he has. Yeah. Which will be also surprising if he gets picked up, which I think will happen. And it'll be very controversial, but it's the NFL. It's always a business. So I think that's just going to happen. Like I said, lengthy NFL suspension after the court date. He will get cut or released, and he'll be on a new team, but he won't be playing for a little bit. I feel like maybe, if not a full season, or a good 3/4 of a season of suspension, especially based on how bad the case sounds from the jump, from starting out. True that. We're going to get the gruesome details when the court date comes.
Yeah,
so it only gets worse from here.
Punched her in the coochie. You're gonna be saying everything like, wow.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get real explicit. It's gonna be not suitable for work type articles we're gonna be reading.
Nah. Yeah. Can y'all imagine? I mean, God forbid, because I don't wish that on anybody. But could you imagine if the same thing happened to Pat Mahomes? Because before this happened, he was just behind Pat Mahomes. I mean, let's keep it real now. Before this started, we're like, the two best young QBs right now are Pat Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. So can you imagine if this happened to Pat Mahomes? What will be going on right now? I mean, how people will be distancing themselves from him, but at the same time, he's such a great talent that how do you not say, Jerry, grab him? You all right, Dak? You okay? Yeah.
You can't sign that and get Watson. Come on.
Yeah, man. So
unless Dak don't play that first week.
Yeah, I wish him the best, man. I wish him the best. All right, moving on. It used to be injuries that sideline players. Now it's coronavirus. Yeah. Check it out, y'all. Cowboys DC defensive coordinator Dan DQ Quinn with wide receiver CeeDee Lamb, safeties Malik Hooker and Israel Mukuamu are all under COVID-19 safety protocols.
Wow.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? This thing might have.
That's all under your organization there, Uncle Pete.
Man,
people are not being careful, man.
I'm telling you, man. You mess around, you're gonna have to forfeit games if too many people on your team, or
it's
you're
gonna
have
happen.
to play with what you have.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be postponing games and rescheduling them like they were last year. Nah. So yeah, that's all on me and my boys, man. Cowboy Nation, y'all put some pressure on them, man. All those in Dallas, stay the F away. You know who I'm talking about. All the late nights and all that stuff. Stay where you're supposed to be. All right, with your man or with your girl, whatever. All right. Anti-vaxxers, anti-vaxxer Bills wide receiver Cole Beasley and 2 of his teammates have been quarantined after being exposed to an infected team trainer. Some more vaccines, some more COVID news. It seems to be
going to be on the docket for here on out until everyone gets vaccinated.
It is. It is.
Who's got COVID? Who's on COVID protocol?
Yeah.
It's going to be. It's just going to be a thing until everyone takes this seriously.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, and some more. Pat Riots would be starting QB. Cam Newton has opened up the QB competition due to him not wanting to receive the COVID-19 vaccination. Did y'all hear about this?
I heard a little bit about it, and it seemed like there were varying reports on it because it appeared that he thought he was doing something right and ended up that it wasn't right. He had his best intentions in mind, and it just didn't work out. And he thought he could go somewhere else to get a test or something like that. And yeah, it's unfortunate.
Why go through all that when all you can do is just take the vaccination? We're talking about millions of dollars. You're talking about your legacy. You're talking about a starting job. Why are you going to F up the bag, dude? I just don't get it.
Yeah,
man.
you're messing up your money.
Yeah. They're already paying the low ball on you already.
Exactly. Exactly.
Getting that man chicken feed to play.
Yep.
He was once in a Super Bowl MVP. You know what I mean? You too. Let this be a warning and a lesson to our man up 95 in Baltimore, one Lamar Jackson. This too can happen to you.
It kills me because Cam is, what I'm saying, he's already on the fringe. They're already looking for the exit strategy after him, after they drafted Mac Jones. This does not help his stock at all. Like, he might just be the backup quarterback in the NFL future. Like, he's not going to start in jobs after this if he continues to, be on the cusp of not making good decisions. As a quarterback, you're supposed to make good decisions, and this was not a good one. Also, the vaccine is not as scary as all these conspiracy theorists makes it out to be.
Right.
It is messenger RNA showing your, I think, B cells how to make the spike protein to defeat the coronavirus. So basically, it's showing our cells how to defeat the virus if the virus happens to infect us. It is not dead coronavirus cells or whatever y'all think it is.
Right.
No one has died from it yet. Not to my knowledge. No one has died from taking the actual vaccination. However, many have died from not taking it. And
exactly.
You're a quarterback leading a team, and they're depending on you. You gotta just go ahead and bite that bullet, in your case, and just go ahead and do it. And therefore, you don't have to worry about being tested all those. I mean, come on, Cam. Come on.
But yeah, it's harmless, guys. I make millions of dollars. Come on. And you're healthy athletes. It's not going to affect you.
Yeah. And that's what it is now. We've been talking about coronavirus for the last 3 things. Here we go again. The New Orleans Saints 4-time Pro Bowler. I'll switch it up a little bit. And 2020 touchdown leader with 21 touchdowns, Alvin Kamara, AK. Has a breakfast fit for a king, his own cereal named after him, Kamara's King Crunch. I heard about this?
Yes, I saw it. Yeah.
It's a honey oat flakes cereal with his likeness on the cover and a Mardi Gras themed box. A portion of the sales proceeds will benefit the Children's Bureau of New Orleans, whose mission is to support mental health and wellness of children and families in the community. He is also NASCAR's first ever growth and engagement advisor. And earlier this year, he got into the juicery chain as an owner of the Big Squeezy. So please keep inspiring and making Liberians and Americans and others proud, young man. Who dat? Yeah, man. I'm proud of your boy. He's doing it big, man. All right. It's time for the NFC East Chronicles, baby.
Homerville.
Iron sharpens iron, and iron can put pressure on the ironing board. Hey, fam, watch them get on board with this saying. Okay, first, I would like to set the record straight between me and my co-hosts by saying the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders have been the best in the NFL, and still have very high standards. You know, you were sending some texts out the other day, Dubs, and I was noticing them, right? And I thought to myself, you know, who is the most glamorized? It's the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. They even made a movie about it, okay? All right, and to go along with it, I was glancing over the Washington football team's cheerleaders when the Pat Riots and the Bengals had concluded. And I concluded that maybe they're trying to discourage Dirty Dan and others from their past discretions.
I agree.
Because them chicas are busted, bro. I was like,
I agree.
I seen some of them like, whoa, what's going on here? They never used to look like that. They were a little better than that before. Like, what's going on? Yeah. All right, y'all. So I want you guys to pick a number from 1 to 10 to see who leads off with their team on their updates. Dubs.
2.
B.
7.
B once again. It was 6. All right, go ahead, B.
All right. As everyone knows, the Eagles started their joint practices with the Jets. I think today.
Mm-hmm. Is your boy back?
Oh, Hurts? Yeah, he's fine.
Okay. So did they ever clarify what was going on with his stomach? Or whatever.
Some gastrointestinal like infection or something. They had to send him to the hospital to give him, I guess some type of medical treatment.
On his stomach.
Basically, it was, they basically had to make sure he was good.
I wonder what was in his stomach. They had to pump it.
I don't know.
Something that doesn't digest?
I don't know. But another amongst the rumor mill, the Jets did lose their star defensive end Carl Lawson for the year. So everyone's eyeing. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think I heard about that.
So amongst the Eagles rumor mill, everyone's thinking, it'd be a great time to ship off Derek Barnett. If you don't know, we're very deep at defensive line. Josh Sweat is really putting in a good amount of hours and working. He's been having a great camp. He's also shown his likeness last season. He's really good off the edge and could be the next starling after Brandon Graham. Even the rookie Milton Williams got reps at defensive end in, I think, the first preseason game against the Steelers. We're just really loaded at defensive end right now. And of course, we have Ryan Kerrigan. So it'll be smart to just ship off Derek Barnett, trade him to the Jets, give him the defensive end that they need. Joe Douglas used to be in our front office, so he knows who Derek Barnett is. And get a big body receiver like Denzel Mims. Probably package J-Jaw in that too. Get rid of J-Jaw, please. So send Barnett, J-Jaw, and maybe a pick for Denzel Mims. I'd be happy. But yes, the first Jets joint practice started today. The roster's down to 80 players. We waived Joe Osman. He's a linebacker. He had a concussion. He's injured. So we waived him. Fletch was injured a little bit and with a groin, and the rookie Milton Williams took over for first team defense reps along with Javon Hargrave. He returned from an ankle injury.
Okay.
The big thing during this practice was the Eagles' offense was humming in 11v11 drills. Hurts started out completing 3 straight passes to Sanders, Rieger, and Fulgham. Fulgham, you hear that name, guys?
He's back.
Also, Hurts made 2 big plays. Huge throw to Goddard. Goddard showed his route running ability on a double move. The next ball was, of course, to the burner Quez Watkins. Of course, everyone's waiting to see him. I think wide receiver number 2 on our roster, Quez Watkins, of course.
Okay.
Then the defense forced a 3 and out. Singleton sniffed out a screenplay. He's also continuing to show his likeness on that linebacking core. And then Brandon Graham got a sack. And then the next play, of course, I mentioned this earlier, Josh Sweat forced a fumble and it was recovered by TJ Edwards. Well, like I said, Trey Barnett, send J-Jaw. Let's get Denzel Mims. Come on. Be smart about it.
Hey, man, y'all got thumped 35-0. Y'all shouldn't get any help on the offensive end, or you just think that that's just a matter of
which I will cover that right now. Since I brought
it up.
We did lose our
because Flacco and Flacco was a fluke. He was fluking us the other day. Fluky Flacco. But Nick Mullins, I remember you mentioned him earlier. He didn't look much better. 5 for 10 for 27 yards and an interception, sacked 3 times. No.
Okay, there's reasoning behind all of this. I'll explain it. This is why we shouldn't panic. We did get thumped 35-0 last week. Hurts didn't play because of an illness. He had to get checked out in the hospital to make sure he was okay. But a lot of the first team did not play in that preseason game.
Okay.
And everyone knows on the schedule, we do play the Patriots in the regular season. So I think this chalks up to Sirianni just hiding his chops so they can get ready for the actual game and they can be like, oh, they didn't see this. They didn't see this coming either. Vanilla. Exactly. So, like I said, a lot of the first team defense didn't play. A lot of the first team offense didn't play. I think the only parts of the first team offense was the wide receivers. I think a lot of the O linemen didn't play. It was just they were all suited up. No reps were taken.
Okay.
But I think the biggest bright spot from that game was my boy Smitty, aka Devontae Smith. He returned after a sprained MCL, sidelined him for a few weeks, and just watching all the film on him, his routes were so crisp and clean. Like he was a separation machine against NFL vets. He did give some reps against first team defensive backs, and it was nothing but space. His route running is so precise. Like it's going to be very, very exciting to see him and Hurts hook up when the regular season begins. That chemistry's been carried over from college and now they're in the professional leagues. And of course, I've already said this before, Devontae Smith is going to be the rookie of the year. I'm trying to tell you this.
On offense.
September 12th, I will be front and center in front of my TV because I'm not going to the actual game in Atlanta. I'm sorry.
Because I'm not buying your boy Chase. What's his name? Jamar Chase. He's not looking good
had a good
right
camp.
now.
He's not had a good camp.
He's not having a good camp.
The Howie,
a lot of balls.
The Howie magic is slowly coming back, showing his draft prowess this past draft class and the class before, because a lot of those wide receivers, Quez Watkins, is starting to pay some dividends. So maybe Howie's slightly back. Maybe we'll see. But it's going to be fun to see Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith get in their bags when they face Atlanta. Also, I think another thing is big with the preseason games. A lot of the teams focus on the joint practices more than the actual preseason games. Preseason games to me are just exhibitions for more scouting for the rest of the depth chart. I don't think the first teamers, they got their spots. If they already know that there's no competition, they got their spots. Anybody's playing first team is still in question of rotation when the regular season begins. I don't think anything of it after that. So that 35-0 game is Patriots fans walking around with their chest out. Ooh, have fun.
Still don't have Brady back.
Exactly. But that about wraps it up for my team, NFC East Chronicles. Okay. Don't panic, Philly. You just fine.
Stay the course.
Eagles fly.
Stay the course.
All right.
Change would not be prudent at this juncture.
What did they say with the Embiid in them? Trust the process.
Trust the process. Yes,
the process.
Process is back.
Right,
And it's in Eagles green.
Right. Don't waver.
Yes.
All right. Great. All right, Dubs, what you got for us, man, with your Washington football team? Y'all still looking for a name, or have y'all decided what's going on?
I think we're that close.
Give them some more team names to pick from.
They
Man.
actually did come out and say that they published a list of 8 possibilities, and they said that they have narrowed it down to 3.
Okay.
So we'll see what it is, man. I firmly believe it's going to be Red Wolves.
Red Wolves or the Red Hooks?
I think Monuments was in the
Monuments was in there. Predators was
Red
in
Tails.
there. Red Tails. You know what? At this point, I will take anything other than Red Tails.
Right. Even though the Red Tails is
I know,
historic and everything, but
right,
it doesn't have too much.
Yeah, but in sports lore, anytime you lose a game and your name is Red Tails,
you already know
can only imagine.
Got that ass whoop.
Got that ass whoop. Just avoid that, please.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. So I just don't want it to sound too USFL-ish.
Yeah.
Someone had Renegades out there. Said we had a Renegades team in the USFL. Please, be going with that. So, yeah. So week 2, preseason week 2, Washington football team. I have to say, I'm very, very pleased. I'm very pleased at not just what they've been showcasing, but who they've been showcasing. I'm also pleased with one particular player that they zeroed in on and showcased the fact that he ain't about that life in the NFL yet, and that's one Jamar Chase. They exposed that man.
Damn, did they?
Man, it was Landon Collins had a bead on him on about 3 or 4 separate
the alligator
plays.
arms. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he had out. You know what?
No parts of that ball.
You know what? And people, I don't care what anybody else says. You heard it here first on GPS. That man was making business decisions every play.
Professional assessments for you.
Yes, every play.
No bueno.
Every play business decisions, and he's just alligator arming it all over the field, man. Yeah. But other than that, this man right here.
Oh yeah.
5'6", Jared Patterson, undrafted. Laurel, Maryland, undrafted free agent. And let me just give you some details, man. Let me just throw it out there. 2018, second team All-MAC. 2019, first team All-MAC. 2019, Bahamas Bowl MVP. Freshman of the Year in the MAC 2018. MAC Offensive Player of the Year 2020. MAC Most Valuable Player 2020. Damn. And let's not forget the man, even though he played in the FBS, tied a record, 8 touchdowns in one game. 8 touchdowns in one game. And in that same game, ran for 409 yards.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. and even though he had all those numbers, it took his friendship with Chase Young to get him to get someone to look at him in the NFL.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. So and just to keep it in proper context, the Washington football team brought in a former Pro Bowl running back from just 2018, 3 seasons ago, Lamar Miller. And after preseason game number 1, cut him because they saw that they have to make and keep a roster spot for this guy. So, and he looked great, man. I mean, 96 all-purpose yards, 73 rushing, 25 passing. He was all over the place. He is the next version of 2 different players, and maybe he's a mix of 2 different players. One, Darren Sproles, and 2, Maurice Jones-Drew.
I knew it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He reminds me of both of them just
Definitely.
combined
His
in one little
balance,
compact
His
package.
balance
Yes.
and center of
Balance
gravity.
is incredible.
Yo, I watched that whole game. That dude is the real
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. And truth be told, he fills multiple spots for us.
Yeah.
If our plans at kick return and punt return don't pan out, we've got him to fill it in. It's
I just got one thing to say. What the fuck was Jerry's scouting team doing? And yours too, B. What were our scouting departments doing?
For the running back?
For just missing out. This guy went undrafted.
Well, the thing is, it wasn't just you two; it was the rest of the NFL as well.
The NFL, you're right.
I mean,
yeah,
we got
just concentrating on our division right now, and I'm just like, well,
Gainwell, Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Jordan Howard.
He's better than them. I'm gonna tell you right now.
We'll see.
What?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
He's.
I'm afraid. I hope our defense is up to the task when we face him this year. Otherwise, they're going to expose us. That's thunder and lightning, and he's a little bit of both. I mean, if he dispels, you're not missing a
beat and Gibson
when Gibson leaves the field. I'm letting you know, B. If you haven't watched him, go check him out.
Yeah,
he's the steal of the draft.
Don't worry.
And the other thing is, he's not that dude. He's not that dude who was undrafted, gets a shot, makes a team, and then next thing you know, doesn't produce. He is going to produce. I guarantee you he's going to produce because the team's going to have a focus on making sure that he produces.
Guarantee.
Yeah. Yeah. On the other offensive side, there's my one big concern offensively is neither one of our possible starting quarterbacks has thrown a preseason touchdown.
Yeah.
But they've been going up, they're working out some kinks, I guess.
I think he's been accurate though.
Yeah, they both have been accurate. They both have passed for some yards. They both have looked good, throwing some good, crisp, clean passes. Fitz has thrown into some spots that you maybe think he wouldn't have thrown into, but he got lucky and completed those passes. But overall, I mean, they haven't turned the ball over.
Mm-hmm.
So Heineke, he's been a little lackadaisical with the ball in game 2.
Yeah.
Ball security are the two words that are probably ringing in his head constantly right now because he lost a couple and got lucky that we recovered them. So
looking like Daniel Jones, a couple of
yes.
Yeah. I'm pulling for you, man. I'm pulling for you.
Yeah.
Sentimental reasons why, but yeah.
Yeah. Defensively, our defense looks as good and as stout as everybody expects us to be. No one's making any big splash plays so far in the first 2 games, but we've been solid as a unit, and that's the key for us. We don't need big splash plays every possession or every defensive series. Just play good, sound, solid defense, and more importantly for us, make clean, crisp tackles. Don't just hit for the sake of hitting and getting on ESPN. Hit, wrap, tackle, get off the field. That's it.
No yak.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about Landon Collins. He's a big hitter. That's his legacy. And he did have a couple of tackles in that second game where it wasn't a tackle, it was a hit and the player went down, as opposed to hitting, wrapping, and being sound with your tackling technique.
True.
So, and you know how I am about tackling technique, Pete. So
you got to break down.
That's right.
See your target all the way through. Yeah.
That's right. See target, demolish target, take him to the ground.
I remember how I used to do it. Ouch. I was on the receiving end of some of them things. I'm like, damn, I don't think I want to play football. I'm going to stick to soccer.
Yeah. And the other thing defensively is our rookie linebacker, Jamin Davis. He was a lot more active in the second game. Yeah. He only registered 1 solo tackle, but he really
looked a lot better.
He looked a lot better. He was all over the field, and more importantly, and as a former defensive player, I can appreciate this completely. Every play I saw him in on, he took proper, clean angles to the play. That's key for a rookie linebacker.
Yeah. He's fundamentally sound. I just think he's trying to find his sea legs and trying to get used to the speed.
Yeah, I agree. But I like how we're looking. I like where we're headed. We'll see if they can reach the win total that I expect. But yeah, they look good. They look sound, and looking forward to game 3. I'm looking forward to some more offensive explosion.
Do you think that's going to be a dress rehearsal, or they're just going to sit there starters? Do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. This second game they played the starting defense for the first half.
Yeah.
And it showed. I mean, they only gave up a field goal as of halftime. So, so we'll see. Maybe offensively they let them go for 3 quarters, but you know what? I don't know. Nowadays in the NFL, an opportunity to play is an opportunity to get injured, and you don't want to run into anything catastrophic.
That's why a lot of people are just resting their players, man.
Yeah,
that's what I see.
I would have no problems if they only have the starters play for even just 1 quarter in the preseason game 3. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I might joke around, but at the end of the day, or at the top of the day, I want us all to represent our division because they've been trashing us for the last year or so, and we got to bring this stuff to an end, man. It's getting too comical.
Yeah.
We will redeem ourselves.
Yeah. So that's what you got for us, Dubz.
That's what I got, man.
Washington football team nation.
Hell,
stand
baby.
up. I see they
to
had
the
the
Washington
roads
football
blocked
team.
off and everything down the street because I'm literally a 10-minute walk away from the FedEx, and it's back on, man. They have fans, in the seats. So hey,
that's right. They did that. That was their first home game in over a year.
Right. I actually heard the roar from the crowd like I was hearing, a couple years ago.
Nice.
So
it's only a matter of time before those stands are bouncing.
Yeah,
like back in the 80s.
I'm sitting front and center January 2nd.
And I will say this. The only thing I ain't like about it is the traffic, man. On game days here, it is crazy. Like, we got to work our whole routine around not being in that traffic, So, yeah. Hopefully, I want everything back, but I got to get used to that routine again, though.
Yeah.
Planning ahead. Yeah. All right, great, guys. All right. As y'all know, we don't say shit about the midgets over here because we got no love for them. They can go 0-17. We don't give a just as long as the rest of us do what we got to do.
Everyone hates the midgets in
the rotten apple, as I call them. Okay.
The stilt lovers.
Yeah. They fugazi anyway. So I believe I rushed to judgment on our backup QB situation, y'all. Double G didn't have a sense of urgency or the defensive line rush, or of the defensive line rush. So you know what? Just as I said that, he knew I was talking about him. A midget fan just texted me. That's what I'm reading. Yeah, they knew it was getting them dirty. So, as I was saying, he lost his mojo, y'all. And Cooper Rush did rush to find his, and now got his mojo back. So now he's our red rocket in the pocket. It just is what it isn't. And as for my man Gigi, G gone. He gonna be back. All right, y'all. Look, I was looking at the game and I realized, Dak's not back, but what my man Cooper Rush did, 10 for 12, 97 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and both touchdown passes look magnificent. He basically got rid of Gigi like that, man, just with those 2 drives. And Tony Pollard caught a screen pass and took it in. Hey, y'all. Watch out. The same way I'm looking at the man over your shoulder. Oh, it's going to be a battle this year. If you ain't got one of them, this year going in, hey, beware, man, because these guys are the real freaking deal.
That's right.
Noah Brown, man. Noah Brown is definitely sticking around, okay? And Jarwin came back after a knee injury last year, and he had his first reception, 1 for 25 yards. Oh, right down the seam. Looks so pretty. So all that stuff they talking, Dak, hey, he'll be around. Also, my man Semi Fehoko had 2 for 24. He had an 18-yarder. And also, my man Cedric Wilson caught a touchdown in the back of the end zone on a nice route. I mean,
I saw that. Yeah,
stuck his foot in the ground and just, gave my man a peel off, and that was it. So yeah, CeeDee Lamb, 1 for 13. They're resting these guys; they're not really playing them. I think my man ran the ball once. Cooper, it was like a swing play or whatever. It didn't really go for much. I think he had lost yardage on it, but he just wanted to see what it was like after so long, just to, get in there and mix it up. Also, Van Der Esch looks good. He looks like if he stays healthy, that's our man.
That's the key for him.
But here's the thing. You know how we did our list the other day? Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith might not be starting this year, y'all.
Oh, snap.
He might lose his spot. He might lose his spot to Keanu Neal. And if it's not to Keanu Neal, Jabril Cox is on his way, y'all. He's definitely on his way. So, I mean, let's not forget.
Crowded linebacker room.
Yeah, it is. It is. Hey, the more competition, the better. Yeah, so that's what I saw from that. However, I'll chime in a little bit on you guys' teams. The water supply in Philly is contaminated. I mean, it just is. And if you don't believe me, just ask McNabb, ask Embiid or Jalen Hurts. They all have stomach problems for some reason. And I've lived there before, and I realized I think they do. And I believe Chris B can attest to this. Hotels in America serve tap water to guests at banquets. Facts.
Oh, I know that. I know that very well.
Yeah. They don't.
Is that a bottled water?
What? It's bottled water where?
Refrigerated tap water.
Any tap water. Refrigerated tap water, really?
Man, in a nice bottle. It makes it look
name a 5-star hotel, and I'll tell you that because we work there. It's tap water in the back halls. As a matter of fact, there
is no excuse for that.
It's chilled.
Oh,
it's chilled.
Yo. It's chilled, and it's so disgusting because here's this. I've been back there where there's been a discussion. We're probably talking sports or whatever, and spits flying into the drinks.
Oh man, that is.
So I'm just letting y'all know that y'all got it effed up. I mean, I'm thinking of what is that hotel that the Ritz-Carlton? Yeah, they do it there too. Wow. All the swanky ones do it. The Gaylord, definitely, they do it. I've seen a guy preparing breakfast, and I'll send y'all the picture where there's a trash can right next to it. And this is at the what's that French hotel? What's the French hotel? Sofitel. I was like, dude, I mean, you're gonna be that close to the He's like, yo, bro, I gotta hurry up and get this order. Like, do your thing. I ain't nothing, that's for sure. Right next to the trash can. Like right next to it. Also, Taylor Heineke will replace Fitzpatrick at some point this season. Yeah. I was watching Fitzpatrick and some of those throws he's made. I'm like, you know what it is? Like, it's still the preseason. When it goes into the real season, when y'all really counting that dude, I think that's when he's going to be doing like, dude, you shouldn't have thrown that pass. And he doesn't have escapability. He doesn't. Not like Heineke does. So
exactly.
Both of our lines, along with the midgets line, they got a good front four. So if your team gives up a little here and there, I know Chef's going to do his job, but the rest of the guys, if they give up some leverage, they're going to be some sacks in there, and because he's going to be right where they think he's going to be. How many seasons he been in the league?
13, I think.
Yeah, and he's
13
not
seasons, 8 different teams.
He hasn't mastered the pocket like your boy TB12. So,
that is true.
Yeah, those sacks will be coming.
He's very smart. That's what he has on his side. I mean, he's a Harvard grad.
Right.
He's very smart, but he hasn't. You're right. He has not
got them legs. So
pocket.
If I'm him, I'm reading those defensive, throwing quick screen passes to the man behind you, Antonio Gibson, or getting it out fast on a quick slant. But if you hold on to it, they're gonna be there. And Jarrett Patterson should have been drafted. That's just the facts. Many scouts drop the fucking ball and should be frowned upon for not doing their due diligence in their overall scouting. I mean, this is ridiculous. The last season, in only 6 games, he rushed for 1,071 yards. I was telling Chris right before we started recording,
Last season in 6 games, he scored as many touchdowns, 19, as he did in the previous season where he played 13 games.
Thank you. So you already know that was going to be my next thing. 19 touchdowns and led the nation with 178 yards rushing per game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if he's in the MAC or whatever, as well as setting the MAC record when he rushed for 409 yards in a single game.
Mm-hmm.
409. How do you not draft somebody who breaks a record in the division? Also, right. If I was game planning against the Washington football team's defense, if you're listening, DQ, and anybody else on that defensive staff,
John Gannon.
Yeah. Anybody else in our division, I'm giving away the game right here. Okay. I would give y'all a heavy dose of screen, delayed handoffs, and misdirectional plays because your defense is overly aggressive. That's how they're going to get y'all this year, Dubs. Because that young pup, he'll run out of where he's supposed to be sometimes. I watched on this. I'm like, oh, screen. Yeah. When we play y'all, Dak, just act like you're going to do whatever. When he comes around, they'll be like, yo, Tony, to the house. He can take it to the house anytime he touches it. You know that, right? And Zeke's going to be used less. We already know that. So all that stuff that happened before, Zeke, pound. And even Zeke, when Zeke gets a screen too, he can take it to the house. You saw what he did against the Rams, B. You see what he can do against some of y'all teams. So that's what I did. Okay, but look, check this out. I'm going to wrap this up. Have y'all ever seen the movie Pulp Fiction? I know you have, Dubs. I think we even saw it together.
Oh,
have
yeah.
you seen that movie, B? Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I liken our division to the 4 main characters in this movie. The hitman, Vincent Vega, played by John Travolta. Hitman Jules Winfield, played by Samuel L. Jackson. Prizefighter Butch, played by Bruce Willis. Y'all remember Butch?
Mm-hmm.
And the boss gangster, Marcellus Wallace, played by Ving Rhames. Vincent Vega are the Eagles, because after almost killing the boss's girlfriend due to an overdose and surviving a point-blank shooting with not even being struck once, but then he is killed on the toilet while taking a shit. Royale with cheese. But wait, the Washington football team is Butch, a prize fighter who got a second chance after he didn't throw a fight in which his boss, Ving Rhames, who's Marcellus, Daniel Snyder, had instructed him to collect a large amount of cash by saving his life from the hands of Zed. You remember Zed, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Roger Goodell and others, the owners of the football team. Y'all know who they are. Zed is dead. All right. Jules, a hitman, are my Cowboys because he diffused the situation at the diner with a coolness second to none. Yeah. That's the equivalent of a deep playoff run in 2021 to bring back the respect and fear of our division. And also, he's just a bad motherfucker. You remember the wallet. And the midgets are Marcellus, who basically had the inevitable task of having to deal with some rednecks and the Gimp. Bazinga! And I should add,
they can't stop fighting at joint practices. You think they're gonna make it out of the division?
Hey,
the midgets ain't doing nothing.
Nah, that's why I said, if you remember in the movie, man, the Gimp and the rednecks, yeesh. Like I said, it's an enviable task. And right. I should add, that for all of our opponents in the NFC East, the midgets, the fecals, and the fuckboys team, for the sake of your fan base who attend your home games for the next 4 seasons, since all of y'all have outdoor stadiums, y'all better hope it's raining on game day so you can camouflage your tears of defeat. Y'all play our Cowboys. But if you dare venture to Jerry's world, we're keeping the retractable roof closed. You know why, right? We want to see them tears. Oh, yeah. And my Cowboys have a new place kicker with a name that JJ, the new Salt Bae, you saw him putting all that salt on his Egg McMuffin. Yeah. Can really appreciate Lirim High Roller Ho. That's his name. Lirim High Roller Ho, who is filling in for Greg the Leg Zerline as he recovers from off-season back surgery. Yeah, that's his real name, y'all.
All I gotta say is y'all better hope Dak is ready to recover from his shoulder.
Oh, he ready, man. Y'all see what they doing? They just faking the funk out there. That's what I know. These people are known for faking the funk. They want them to think
first night out, you'll see Danucci take the field.
Danucci ain't seeing that field. We looking at Cooper Rush. If it ain't Cooper Rush, he's not even making the team. Danucci's getting cut. He ain't making
Dak starts first week, it's not smart. I feel like they have that defensive front is too fierce for him. He's not
with Tyrone in the back. Go ahead and do that.
He gave Mahomes. They gave Mahomes fits. You think Dak's going to have?
Mahomes didn't have an offensive line in a good running game, so it's different.
That is true.
Different.
Yeah,
we ain't worried about them boys. We about to put an end to this madness.
Okay.
Watch okay. And you know what? If Dak doesn't go and it's Cooper Rush, I hope Cooper Rush beats him, and then that way they'll really put an end to this matter. Because if a backup comes and beats you, he might look like what's his name, especially if our defense does what we're supposed to do, and we stop Tom Brady and them, get a couple of picks or get a couple of fumbles. Hey, Father Time is undefeated. That day is coming. Mark my word.
Not game one. I'm telling you that right now.
Mark my word, it's coming, and it might be game one.
It ain't gonna be game one.
Okay, so check it out, y'all. I wish it's game one, man. You gotta keep it moving. All right. In which order will the NFC and AFC South finish first to the worst? Chris B, since you won, start it off. NFC South.
NFC South, Bucks. Number 2, Saints. Number 3, Panthers.
Okay.
Number 4, Falcons.
Okay, coming up the rear, the Falcons. Who you got, B? Dubs.
I have number 1, Tampa Bay, 13-4. Number 2, Carolina, 10-7. Number 3, Atlanta, 9-8. And bringing up the rear, number 4, New Orleans, 8-9.
Who that nation? Stand up. Y'all heard what that boy just said? Come on, man. Hey, AK, give him hell, man. Give him some alkaline water. Yeah. What? Damn. I didn't know it was like that. Well, mine resembles Chris B's, y'all.
That quarterback position I'm worried about, man.
No. Did you see Jameis last night?
I did see Jameis last night.
If you saw Jameis last night and you said you worried about them, then you must be really worried about Fitzpatrick. Or Fitzpatrick. I'm telling you, because he was dropping dimes in there, and that's without Thomas. Can you imagine if they get Thomas back? If they get Thomas back, I tell you what, I'll one up it. I got to see what the defense looks like. But if they get Thomas back, they might just overthrow your boys. Like I said, Bucks could drop to 2, and it will be, instead of Bucks, it'll be Saints, then Bucks. But however, right now I have Bucks at number 1, Saints at 2, Panthers at 3, and the Falcons coming up the rear. Damn, you got the Falcons at last? Man, you doing dirty. All right. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Chris B, AFC South.
I'm doing this because I want our first round pick. Colts, number 1.
Okay. All right.
Number 2, Titans. Number 3, Jags. Number 4, Texans.
Okay.
You said number 4, Texans?
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You put Jacksonville ahead of Houston?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Trevor Lawrence, Urban Meyer.
I mean, I looked at it. I checked it out.
They still have Chenault.
I had pretty much that, but then anyway, I'll let Dubs
say. They lost their rookie running back today.
Etienne, I meant to bring that up. He's out with the Liz Frank injury. He's done for the season. So hey, Robinson, but they still got Robinson.
They still have Robinson.
Yeah, so they should be, but still, if you had Etienne and him, I think that
that's a nice tandem. Yeah,
that's a nice tandem. All right, who you got? Dubs.
Tennessee 11-6.
Okay.
Indy 10-7.
Okay.
Houston 6-11. Jacksonville 3-14.
Woo-wee. Yeah.
Live in the basement
Look
forever,
at their schedule, man. There's only I can only see them eking out 3 wins.
Yo, Dubz, I got the same thing you got. I had last night or this morning, I had the Texans in last place and like Chris B, but I had to switch it up after I watched what I watched because, yo, Urban Myers, man, your play calling sucks. Or whoever the dude came over from Detroit, Bevel, you gotta get it together, man, because I'm not impressed at all. And if your boy doesn't, Trevor Lawrence is a hell of a quarterback, but if he can't have time to throw, he's just like any other. He's gonna be like Peyton Manning. When Peyton Manning, he's gonna get beat up just like Troy. He's gonna get beat up.
How about David Carr?
Yeah, exactly.
50 sacks in his rookie year.
Yeah, that ruined him, and he was nice before then.
That's right.
Shoot. So I have the Titans first, Colts second, Texans third, Jaguars in the basement. Yeah, because of what I saw last night. Yeah, they're gonna struggle, man. And I think if what's his name? Good and terrible, Mr. Watson, if he returns, he might be battling, them for a second place, the Colts. My man Quiddy paying them, even though that defense is gonna be nice. But still, that quarterback situation with Wentz. I don't know. I'm not feeling that at all.
I breaks it down to the bone bristle. So speaking, scud missile, heat seeking. Johnny's lazy. Nightmares like West Craven. Niggas gunning. My third eye seen it coming before it happened.
I definitely saw it before it happened. All right, y'all. Check it out. It's that time.
They're playing basketball. We love that basketball.
Chris B. Ballin with the NBA. Hit us. What you got, man?
First things first. Happy Mama Day. 8/24. Honoring the late, great Kobe Bryant. TNT Rest in Power King.
Much big ups.
But much like every video game, like Madden, all the rankings came out. 2K released their rankings. Here are their top 10 players in the NBA based on their ratings in their video game. Number 1, LeBron with 96. Number 2, KD with 96. Number 3, Giannis, 96. Number 4, Steph, you guessed it, 96. Number 5, Kawhi, 95. Number 6, Jokic, 95. Number 7, Embiid, again, 95. Number 8, Luka, 94. Number 9, Harden, 94. And number 10, Dame at 94. Do you think they missed someone, or do you think you would switch up the order a little bit, or a little bit of the rankings? Or who would you replace in those top 10 rankings based off last season?
The fact that Bradley Beal isn't on there, top 10, I got issues with it.
I already knew that was coming. I already knew that was coming.
But who do you take out?
Yeah, who do you replace? Who do you replace?
Name the last 3.
Luka, Harden, and Dame.
Harden, and who's the other one?
Luka, Harden, and Dame. Luka's 7, Harden's 8. No, Luka's 8, Harden's 9, Dame is 10.
Oh, like I said, Harden. I'm taking out Harden. I'm not putting Harden in front of
Bill. Yeah.
You know that the Wizards, that Houston wanted to trade Harden for Beal, and we turned that down. That was a couple of years ago.
That's true. I remember that. Yep.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, Harden is not. He's a great scorer. I'll give him that. But all around game, he's a good passer. I'll give it to him. He's a good passer.
He's not a two-way player though. Bill's a two-way player.
Yeah, he doesn't play any defense. Bill at least plays defense, and then he jacks up a lot. He takes a lot of bad shots. People don't realize bad shots can take you out of games. Okay, and that's a lot of the stuff he was doing in Houston. That's why they never won in Houston. That's why they can't win in the playoffs. He never really won in the playoffs because he takes bad shots. So no, he's off that. And name the 3 before them, before those last 3.
Kawhi, Jokic, and Embiid.
I wouldn't take the MVP or Embiid off of there, but Kawhi. I mean, Kawhi, yeah, you won a championship, but I'm talking about now. What'd you do last year, bro? I wouldn't put him above Beal. I wouldn't. He was injured a lot, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Now he's injured for the next season. So
yeah. So why would I put Kawhi? So there's two players right there. Dame, it's like, I'll put him above Dame. I'll put Bradley above Dame. I would. I mean,
based off stats alone,
big
he did
shots,
score more than Dame.
But I'm looking at Dame is not no lockdown defender.
Yeah,
Dame does take some bad shots too. And when I look at team success, what have you given me? You know what I mean? You basically have to team up with somebody else to be that team. I'm seeing Bradley carry people.
Yeah,
carry
that's true.
a team. Many of these people can't carry a team, whether they're in the basement or not, or teetering on whatever. I don't see them doing it. So yeah, so there's three players right there. Dame, Dollar, I love you, but I wouldn't put you in front of. A matter of fact, right now, if you ask most teams around the league, who would they rather have right now, Dame or Bradley Beal? They'll pick Bradley.
They take Beal. Yeah.
Yeah, they would.
There you go. So those three right there are out.
Yeah.
Who would you think, Dubs?
Yeah, I agree with Pete, man. I agree. My first thought was, where's Beal? And I definitely thought I would put Beal before Harden. I wasn't yet ready to put Beal before Dame, but then Pete kind of convinced me. So,
Bill's wife, she's all up in, but she needs to stay out of them people's business.
She does.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Let them just handle their stuff. The optics and everything. It doesn't look like right when your wife is always, she's going to get called out her name or something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You can't become Steph Curry's wife. You can't be like Steph Curry's wife until Bradley Beal wins a championship.
Exactly. and even then, stay out of it, man. Just like Giselle,
stay in your lane.
And, with Tom, just because look, this game and the way they tweet now and everything, somebody's gonna call out your wife, call her by a different name, and you're not gonna like it. Then all of a sudden now, that's why I tell my wife all the time, baby, just chill. I got this. or when we little things like this, when we're leaving Costco, let's hurry up and get across the street. I don't want nobody honking the horn, coming close to side swiping us, because then I'm gonna revert back to that person I used to be. I was about to say something else, the N-word. I'm gonna end up being that dude, and everything's gonna stop, and I'm be like, step down from the car. And people run around with guns nowadays. So you try to get me killed?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if he ain't got a gun, he better be that man. Because if he steps down from the car, it's going to be some trouble. So if I was you, and she doesn't like violence, she doesn't like, because, she doesn't understand, how we do things here in America sometimes, how we have to settle things, like, bro, stop coming out your mouth talking to me like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know something I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Don't be talking to me like that. I said this to her about some of her friends that I meet at some of the dinner parties. They might come out their mouth wrong. I might want to check them, but I bite my tongue for the sake of being respectful, showing some coofness and stuff like that. But behind the scenes, I'm telling her that I've seen tougher guys on my way 2 fights. I've stepped over them. That guy, sit down. You two, come here. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, dog? Like, really, this dude, he might like, first of all, I sit back like, does this dude know who he's talking to? Like, I look at him with that look like, bro, if I put these paws on you, your wife, they're going to be like, call the police. Call the police.
that brawl at the Steelers preseason game.
I started watching that, but I didn't get to see it. Oh, right when we're done, I'm gonna YouTube it to watch it. Yo,
a good friend of mine was at the game and posted a video on Facebook. They were literally 3 rows behind the fight. It's crazy, man.
Yo,
crazy. Don't be that girl, man. Don't be that girl.
Don't put your man in that. Dubs, you remember that time we were in Georgetown? I think you were with us that day. And these dudes got into a fight on the street, and that one white chick took off her heel of her
Yes,
shoe and started beating that guy with her heel.
Yes.
Blood started gushing out of his head.
Yes,
Yo, that's a ride or die chick right there. Now, unless you doing that.
Unless you doing that.
You about that action. You about that action. No talking.
Yes.
No barking. No squawking.
Did you see that girl was an animal? She must be like MMA, or she fought MMA somewhere for her offspring because she was vicious. Yeah, go ahead, Chris B.
But moving on. There's Terry Rozier and the Charlotte Hornets ink a 4-year, $97 million extension to keep Rozier in Charlotte through the 2025-2026 season.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on this deal?
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Isn't he kind of all they have?
No, it's him, LaMelo.
Yeah, I mean LaMelo and
they still have.
No, that's right.
The dude who left Boston, who was in Utah. Damn, I forgot his name. He was what's his name's pet. He played college ball.
Oh man, I can't think of his name. Gordon. Yeah.
Hayward. Oh yeah, they got
Hayward. Gordon Hayward. Yeah.
So they got a decent squad. I mean, we got bring it now. Come on now, Dinwiddie, Bradley. Got bring it.
Yeah.
Miami's better.
Yeah, I don't think they made too many big moves.
Atlanta's gonna be there. Our division is tough now.
Yeah, they might not eke it out to the playoffs.
Somebody gonna slip though. Everybody thinks every year there's gonna be a surprise team this year that wasn't that good last year. They're gonna be
that's true.
Just like Atlanta. Who thought Atlanta was gonna go to the finals? A lot of us.
Gonna be the Bulls.
It was the COVID entry.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Right. You said the Bulls?
I think it's gonna be the Bulls.
Yeah, the Bulls are definitely gonna be a surprise team. I believe so. Because they still have Kobe White as a backup too. Ooh.
Right.
And the other Ball brother, along with Rosen, adding them with Zach LaVine and Vujacic, I think. I believe that
Alex Caruso, the best perimeter defender in the NBA.
Oh yeah, they got him. I thought Caruso went back to LA.
Nah, they couldn't
fit him in.
Match the Bulls deal. So he followed the money.
At least y'all got Taco Tuesdays.
Yeah.
We're fine. Don't worry about the Lakers. Once again.
Oh, you got Taco Fall. Taco Fall just left Boston. Y'all just signed him. 7'7" dude, 7'6", whatever.
He don't move though. He needs somebody. He's
a project. He's a project.
Yeah,
he's like Bobo. He's like Bobo.
Yeah. It's just like the other Antetokounmpo brother that we have on our team. He's there.
Stack them chips, y'all. That family's stacking chips.
That's right.
I mean, there's another one I think that got drafted. The fourth one, the youngest one.
Yeah. I heard he might be better than your boy.
Speaking of drafts and draft picks, first round draft pick Cade Cunningham stated that LeBron is the GOAT. He said and quoted, "It's hard for me to put somebody ahead of LeBron because LeBron is the best player I've seen with my eyes.
Right.
Trust me, I've seen all the Michael Jordan stuff. Dude is different. I can't argue with the fact that you think he is the GOAT, but in my eyes, I say LeBron." Right. What are your thoughts about the first round pick, Cade Cunningham, crowning LeBron as the GOAT?
First and foremost, I think Cade is a very smart, bright young man because guess what he's been doing? He's been listening to GPS podcasts because Mother Teresa lied, all these people lied, but never has my eyes told me a lie.
That's true.
So he is a smart man.
Yeah.
But on a side note, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I'm sorry. Because I saw that man with my eyes, and I've seen LeBron with my eyes. Right. And so now LeBron does carry teams in ways that maybe MJ didn't.
Right.
But the sometimes it's not the end result, it's the journey. MJ's journey was huge. Yeah. Overcoming Boston, overcoming Detroit, and what he had to go through. He took his lumps like nobody else has taken their lumps in the NBA to reach the pinnacle. So that journey in and of itself, that wins me over. So
yeah. I mean, I can see where he's coming from because he has to face that man. He doesn't have to face Jordan.
That's
so
right.
He's being strategic. He's showing a little, maturity. And then also what I'm looking at is, we used to argue about Dr. J. Like Dr. J was the best thing. And then when Magic Johnson came along, people were like Magic Johnson, but some of us are still stuck on Dr. J. But then we had others who were like, man, ain't nothing but an ultra perm. Because I seen the Big O, Oscar Robertson. And none of those guys can stack up to Oscar Robertson because Oscar Robertson put up triple doubles. You know what I'm saying? So it went from Julius Erving to Magic Johnson, or Dr. J to Magic Johnson to MJ.
Yeah.
Where I had a chance to see all three of them play. And I'm saying to you right now, none of them are as good as that guy. And I watched LeBron play. And the only thing I'll give to LeBron is that LeBron didn't have the same thing, like I said last episode, around him to succeed. If he would have had the same coach, the same, atmosphere, he didn't have the Cleveland Cavaliers, who were nothing for so long. They were just
Ilgauskas.
Yeah, you got what I'm saying? Mike Brown,
Gauskas. Yeah, I agree.
So he carried them. He, taking them up against the Detroit Pistons, the new bad boys with, Ben Wallace and all those guys, Rip Hamilton and Chauncey Billups, and having to, overthrow them. I'll give a lot to LeBron. But one thing I can say is that in a game 7, who do you want, LeBron or the GOAT? Or James,
Jordan,
or James, or LeBron James. Who do you want? And I can tell you right now, give me Jordan, yo.
Give me James.
Yeah.
James is showed out in game 7.
Game 7, give me Jordan.
Don't do
Go
that.
back, Chris B. Trust me.
Hold up.
Go back and look at
Game 7.
Do you know his record in the finals?
I'm talking. You said game 7. That's
6-0. He's never lost. He's never lost in the finals.
That's very broad. LeBron
never lost. So I'm letting you know there were times where his team was doing squadouche, like they weren't doing anything, and it was just like, well, if Jordan doesn't rise up and save the day, it's a wrap. Like, okay, and he was one of the first guys.
Jordan,
like Pippen wasn't a scoring machine.
No.
You guys, he wasn't like Dwayne Wade. He wasn't like Dwayne.
Yeah,
he wasn't like Dwayne Wade. So all the scoring and manufacturing of points had to go through Jordan.
Yeah.
And trust me, I seen him go up against other big threes and put it on them. We talking about Detroit. He took care of them. He
played some loaded teams, man.
LA, he took care of them.
That Portland Trailblazers team he played against with Clyde, Cliff Robinson,
the late Cliff.
late Cliff Robinson. I mean, man, that team was loaded. And I actually thought that Jordan would lose that championship.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was going to lose. I even put it, this is where I stopped betting. When I bet that Jordan and the Bulls were going to lose to Phoenix Suns, KJ, Barkley.
Oh, yes, that's another loaded team he went up against.
Dude, he just showed that.
They won like 62 games that year.
I'm not to be played with. They put it on Utah.
You said game 7s. LeBron is 6-2 in game 7s.
Okay. The Jordan is undefeated in game 7s. He never lost. I don't know. I don't know
how many game 7s he played, but he never lost.
A lot of times he didn't make it to a game 7, but all the game 7s he played, like he did with your man, who later played with us, but played with him with the Wizards, who was defending him on that shot when he held it up.
Oh
man, it was like, I'm taking it home. And that was his shot.
Yeah,
he won. Yeah. He stole. And you know what? Do you know what he did before that? He stole the ball. He stole the ball before that from Karl Malone. He left his man, stole the ball, went down.
Talking about another performance. You're talking about the chase down block in Golden State. Come on.
Still, the chase down block is nothing like that. Still, and to leave it up. Look. LeBron doesn't even have it.
If that chase down block did not happen, Kyrie's shot would be negligent.
This past year
would be null and void.
Huh?
So if the chase down block didn't happen, Kyrie's shot would be null and void.
Definitely. But he didn't block the shot and then hit the shot. That's what Jordan did. Jordan stole the ball, blocked the shot, and went down and then left it up for them. Like, take this. And now I'm undefeated when I get to the finals. He won 3 in a row
Twice.
Left the game. He would have won 8 in a row. Left the game for 2 years, came back, and then won 3 more. Bruh, I've never seen anybody else do it like that. I wasn't around.
And they definitely would have won 8 straight.
Yeah, they would have won 8 straight. And wasn't nobody stopping them. Houston would have put up a fight, but he would have found a way to beat them. And look, he was winning with Wennington, Cartwright. Go look up them dudes. Those dudes.
He was the scorer. Scotty was the defender. All he needed was 1 to 2 good rebounders, and he had that every one of those years.
Yeah. And one guy like Paxson or
Kerr who can drain threes here or there.
BJ Armstrong, that's it. But the rest of it, it's on me. But when I look at LeBron, I'm like, yeah, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Like
who he went 2-1 with.
Hey, put it this way, right?
2-2.
It's like LeBron. It's like LeBron playing with what MJ was doing. It was like LeBron playing with Chalmers, I think his name was.
Hold up. We're not talking about competition because LeBron had to face that Spurs team was loaded. Come on, definition.
Yeah, but on the other side of the coin, though, LeBron on a loaded team with Bosh and Wade lost to the Dallas Mavericks with just
in the first year. Though
Dubs just closed it. Dubs just closed it right there.
That's okay. Everyone has to bring up 2011. That's the first year.
Dubs,
no one
gave
no one the keys to
that hit it on the head for me.
The chemistry.
Jordan wouldn't have had that. No.
Jordan would have demolished that Mavericks team.
he would have sent them packing. Dirk and them. Yeah, they sent Dirk and them packing.
Would he have demolished that Spurs or that Warriors team?
Possibly in the finals. That guy smells blood. He's like a shark. Once he gets to the finals,
that entire roster.
Once he gets,
you gotta remember, he had the Zen Master as his coach, man.
That too.
That went a long way.
Are you serious?
Greg Popovich is nothing compared to the Zen Master.
Man, the Zen Master was killing Popovich until Shaq and Kobe broke up. When Shaq and Kobe broke up, then he started getting some more. Yeah. Come on, man.
All I gotta say is I think level of competition is definitely different between the two.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, this debate will go on and on for years to come.
It will never stop. It'll
come on for years to come.
And it will continue to go on.
Until LeBron himself goes into the Hall of Fame and says, I must admit, MJ was the GOAT. We're gonna keep on talking about it. I believe LeBron will bow to the GOAT. He gonna bow to him at some point.
Don't let him get 2 more chips. It's gonna be forever conversation.
I want to hear LeBron. I want to hear LeBron admit
4 more chips. He's gonna have to get like 4 more. You
can't
tie him.
I want to hear LeBron admit that he is the GOAT. LeBron is the GOAT. He's the GOAT of losing championships because he's lost more than Jordan has won.
He's been to many in a row, but he's lost a bunch.
He had when he lost, or the circumstances. Man. The first one, he carried that bump Cavaliers team to get swept by the Spurs. Are you serious?
Hey, B, one of these days, I'm going to sit down with you and we're going to go back and watch games from the 90s and see how, and also 80s, the late 80s, and see how this man started moving the needle and move, because he was going up against the Boston. I remember when he dropped 63 on Boston. He was doing it all by himself.
The Detroit Bad Boy Pistons came up with a defensive strategy known as the Jordan rules. And it took him 1 season to overcome it.
LeBron can square his shoulders and take you to the rack and just, bulldoze you and stuff like that, or back you down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But MJ.
And that's the other thing. That's the other thing. Jordan accomplished all that he did in an NBA that was brutal. Brutal. Them and the Knicks.
Dubz is bringing up too many great
points. Them and the Knicks.
But I don't think that's a good argument.
Them and the Miami Heat.
Yes, it is.
That NBA was brutal. Look, refs would not call a foul unless they saw a bruise or blood.
The chains on that neck. Dude, that was a different
era. Them dudes were taking different era, man. These ticky-tack fouls they call now. Oh my gosh.
Yo, they were snorting cocaine before they came to play, man. They were just
LeBron is physicality.
Yo.
You put him in a league with physicality, he's going to dominate. I feel like he's still going to dominate if he was in that era.
I don't think he would have held up. I don't think he would have held up as much. His style of play, just like what's the running back who used to play for Houston? Earl Campbell. Style of play of just going, you're gonna get hurt. You're not, you have to finesse these dudes. Jordan was finessing with that tongue.
I think, but he's still
bring him out.
He's still finessed at his,
Take that.
At this late age. I don't think that holds water. I think
LeBron ain't got that jumper, man.
And
he ain't got that jumper to bail him out.
And honestly, Chris, truth be told, the player back in Jordan's era that came closest to LeBron with the physicality was maybe Grandmama from UNLV. Larry Johnson, 6'6", 6'7".
Mm-hmm.
He was about 260, 265. He played forward. And look, his body couldn't hold up to it. It was that brutal.
Yep.
And that's it. And when his body was up to the challenge, guess what? He suffered offensively to play defense, or he suffered defensively to play offense. He could never completely be a two-way player.
Hey, Dubz, LeBron he will never know what it feels like to be fouled by Rick Mahorn. Or my man who got kicked out by the Knicks, Patrick Ewing,
Charles Oakley. Charles Oakley. Oh my God.
Or Xavier McDaniels. You remember Xavier McDaniels?
Xavier McDaniel, but don't forget Alonzo Mourning. Oh my gosh.
Goodness. Oh, he might have caught the tail. Did he catch the tail end of? No, I don't think he did.
Mourning, that was after Mourning had medical issues. He's a different cat then.
Believe me, B, they let these guys get away with a lot. I mean, you could, there's a difference, and they keep talking about it, playoff basketball. There's a difference between the regular season and the playoff basketball.
Yeah.
Playoff basketball, a playoff foul. Do you remember when they clotheslined, who was it going to the rack? Was it McHale or something? When they got into that big fight?
Yes. The Lakers, Michael Cooper clotheslined McHale.
Oh my goodness. Yo, Chris B, I'm gonna have to sit down with you so you can see what I'm talking about, man, or see what we're talking about. They're not playing like that now. Right now, you hand check somebody, they blow the whistle. And I see LeBron and them get fouled a little bit, and they start looking at the refs. LeBron in the international game, we saw it expose them in the international, and Bradley Beal said it. These guys are tougher. They play a different ball. It's like old school NBA. And
here's another one. Believe it or not, you want to know who would have gotten into LeBron's head more than anybody else? Bill Laimbeer.
Oh,
I guess
that dude.
All I gotta say is this:
Dennis Rodman would have did the same.
Dennis Rodman too.
If you put Dennis Rodman on LeBron, I bet you LeBron wouldn't have been able to do what he was doing.
Okay, all I gotta say is LeBron James has a higher playoff winning percentage than
he ain't the GOAT, though.
30 NBA teams at 65.4% win percentage. That's all I have to say.
I think Dubs wrapped it up.
Game, he has more percentage. He has a higher percentage than all the NBA teams.
And you know what? I think we can give him that credit for his era. I think the key words are for his era. Because I'm telling you, LeBron against Jordan's era, it's a whole different story.
Yeah.
Whole different story.
Those guys were some brutes. They were thugs. They were straight thugs. They were goons. They were goons.
The debate would never end.
Yeah, exactly. But, we ate up some time on that, y'all.
Yeah, we did.
Let's keep it going.
But recently on Club Shay Shay, the podcast that Shannon Sharp has, Allen Iverson stated that his 96 draft class is better than LeBron's and Jordan's draft class. I'll go down, and I think this statement holds water.
I think
LeBron's
it does.
draft class had Melo, D-Wade, Bosh, Leandro Barbosa, Kyle Korver, Josh Howard, David West, and Mo Williams. Jordan's draft class had Hakeem, Barkley, Stockton, Alvin Robertson, and Kevin Willis. Here's AI's draft class: Kobe, Steve Nash, Ray Allen, and 7 other All-Stars. Sharif Abdul-Rahim.
I remember him.
Jonas Algassis, Stephon Marbury, Jermaine O'Neal, Peter Stojakovic, and Antoine Walker.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
By far.
Most loaded.
By far.
Yeah, AI's draft class, I don't know how many are in now, but I can guarantee you, no, all but maybe 1 or 2 of them will be in the Hall of Fame.
Agreed.
And I believe that in Jordan's draft class, Sam Bowie fucked it up. Sorry,
Yes,
Sam.
definitely, yes.
Wherever you
Yes.
are out there. Yeah, Sam
Yes.
Bowie messed that up. Yeah.
But that about wraps it up for Chris B. Ballin.
Yeah. That was lovely, man. That was lovely.
Yes,
We love it. We
nice,
love it. We
nice,
love it. Give it up
Chris
for
B.
him, man. Chris B.
Nice,
Ballin',
Chris
baby.
B.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now we're pushing on to
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Buy Me Some
Buy me
Peanuts
some
and Cracker
peanuts.
Jacks.
And a cold beer.
I don't care if she never comes back.
So,
Yeah.
Major League Baseball. And believe it or not, right now, there's a lot that we can talk about with Major League Baseball.
Mm.
But I'm going to talk about one particular item. Two particular items. The first one is weather.
Okay.
Did you guys know what July 2021 was?
The hottest month of the year?
July 2021 is on record as Earth's hottest month ever.
Woo!
Okay. Basically, for all you science fans out there, combined land and ocean surface temp averaged 62.07 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 1.67 degrees greater than the previous high set in 2019 and matched in 2020.
Global warming is real then.
That's right. That's right. And so I give you that weather report because as hot as July was, we now have the coldest August ever.
That's the point of global warming. There is
There's and the cold, right? And the coldest August ever is being engineered by one Major League Baseball team, and that is my Uncle Pete's Baltimore Orioles.
Oh, it's a setup, man. Damn, why you gotta bring up that, man? Oh man, yeah. Cold as ice.
So I tell you, cold as ice is an understatement. Do you know that the Baltimore Orioles right now are on a 0-for-18 skid, 18-game losing streak? Now, mind you, earlier this season, they had a 14-game losing streak. So guess what? That equals a major league record. This is the first time ever that one particular team has had 14 plus two separate 14 plus game losing streaks in the same season.
Futility.
Yes.
So day job.
Yeah. And keep in mind they're on the trust the process plan as well.
I ain't trusting it. Because
they're trying to mimic what the Houston Astros did before they got good. They had 3 consecutive seasons of 100 plus losses each season. So the Orioles are close to that. So yeah, between August 3rd and August 22nd, that's where their 0-18 streak is. And keep in mind, I'm focused on this today for my MLB segment.
Okay.
Because my utter hope is that they break it today in their game today, and I'll tell you why. I'll give you more on that later.
Okay.
But during this 0-18 streak, they have been outscored by 102 runs. Okay, 149 runs they've given up, 47 runs they've scored. Okay. That means that they've been losing by an average of 5.6 runs per game during this 18-game skid.
Goodness.
Okay. Also included in this 18-game skid, 6 games they've given up double-digit runs. 12 games they've given up 7+ runs. Oh, and more importantly, in that 18-game skid, it includes 12 games against division opponents in which they've gone 0-12.
Series after series, just loses. like if you lose us right now, then you some trash.
Yes, right. yes. And so the month of August is what? The 8th month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're on an 18-game losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
They had
19 and 20.
Right. They started the 1988 season with a 21-game losing streak. Okay. So as much as we want to focus on the negativity of the number 8, now I focus on the positivity of the number 8 because one, Cal Ripken Jr., their most fabled player, wore number 8.
That's right.
Okay. He was born in the month of August.
Iron Man.
Okay. His major league debut was also in August, the 8th month. And during his career, he won 8 Silver Slugger Awards, which is awarded to the best offensive player at each position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So while we have the bad 8s, we also have the good 8s in relation to the Baltimore Orioles. Okay.
Make me feel a little happy. All right.
So as I stated, I'm focusing my segment on them with the hope that they end this run of futility today. However, they were down 13-2 through 5 innings against the Los Angeles Angels. Woo. It's now 13-8 in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Making it look respectful.
So maybe there's some hope.
There's that 8 again.
Right. There's that 8. But
tomorrow.
Right. So
tomorrow.
There's that 8.
So the other part of this is their current management, 2/3 of their current management team, they came over from the Houston Astros.
Right.
Okay. That's how they're trying to mimic what the Astros did. One of their first key moves was they took our hottest commodity at that point, which was a pitcher named Dylan Bundy. Mm-hmm. And they traded him. They traded him for four pitchers from their minor leagues. One by the name of Kyle Bradish, one named Kyle Brnovich, one named Zach Peak, and another one last name Matson. Matson hasn't panned out. He's in the Orioles bullpen. He just hasn't panned out. He gives it too much home runs, but he strikes batters out a lot. The other 3 pitchers are doing fairly well in the Orioles minor leagues system. The top rated one is Kyle Bradish, who actually is once again the number 8 prospect in their in their minor league system. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, the pitcher they were going against tonight is that Dylan Bundy. It's his first time playing back in Baltimore, and so
stick it to us.
So my hope was that they would shell him graciously on his return to Baltimore. But again, they were down 13-2. Now it's 13-8. So we'll see how that ends out. Hopefully they can pull it out. And if you remember, in our last podcast, I focused on the pitching woes of the Baltimore Orioles and how their pitching was in every aspect of pitching was in last place in almost every key measurable. So yeah. So that's my focus for Major League Baseball this week. Next week, we'll have a more positive focus on some more positive aspects of Major League Baseball. But I had to get this one in the hopes that this 0-for-18 ends tonight.
Bring it to an end. Bring it to an end, guys. We don't want to be here next week talking about, now we're at 24.
Yes. So instead of saying, hey, batter, swing batter, I am going to end my segment with, hey, Baltimore Orioles, score runs, baby.
Please
That's Major League Baseball.
Yeah, they're getting that new player from Korea called Win One Soon.
Yeah,
this one.
He's a top pitcher.
They need him bad.
All right, y'all. So much for the upsetting news to you Baltimore Oriole fans. Hopefully, like you said, we get it together. Now we're going to talk about how about them Hard Knocks, y'all? I think they're on in another 10 minutes, so we're going to try to wrap this up. Tell me real quick, y'all. Just tell me what you think about this whole Hard Knocks this season.
So I'll be honest. I watched the first episode in its entirety.
Right.
And I have to admit, I was kind of enamored with the linebacker pick.
Okay.
From Penn State. I went to watch the second episode and I was so tired I fell asleep on it because it's the Cowboys.
Hey, what do you expect, Cowboy fans?
Yeah, but good things are still being said about Micah Parsons. So I'm at a point now where I'm watching it just to see his development and his transition to the NFL in the hopes that I can figure out how my team can exploit him.
Right. Find that weakness.
That's right. So that's where I am with Hard Knocks. But I mean, Hard Knocks does a good job. They put together a good show, and so I kudos to them. They tried their best to make it the Dak show.
Right.
And then Dak didn't work with that. So so it is what it is. So.
He's on the mend.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Well, look at it this way. If you guys finish with a effed up record next year or this season, you can be there. Next year in 2022, Hard Knocks with the Washington Red Tails. Yeah. What do you say, B? What do you say?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
Don't have HBO Max.
Okay.
And if I did have HBO Max, I would not be watching the Cowboys on Hard Knocks.
They doing us dirty.
Sorry.
They're doing us dirty. Well, go to YouTube and catch some clips then. How about that? Yeah, man. You know what? I actually got HBO Max just for this. Come to find out that you don't have to have HBO Max to watch it. So do you have regular HBO?
I have HBO on Prime Video.
Yeah, because you don't have to have Max. And you know why? The guy was on the phone with us trying to set up Max and it was taking too long. So I was like, forget it. I don't need it. I can see it right there. Don't complicate things. I don't want to watch all the other things. I might catch a little bit of Bill Maher and whatever else, but White Lotus, but other than that, I don't care. Yeah. All right. Well, this is my take. If Micah, Cubo, Odiggy, Jabril Cox, Calvin Joseph, and any of our 2021 drafted DBs keep progressing, then this will be a better draft than we had in 2016 with Zeke, Dak, Jalen Smith, Anthony Brown, and Malik Collins. And that's just what it is. Because as I'm watching those guys run around, I'm like, whoa, our defense is going to be better just because we just went all defense. Just imagine if your team has, a deficiency and you just gear all of your picks towards them being good on one side of the ball. Chances are you're going to have what you need. And so for that reason, I would say that me watching this year on the Hard Knocks, it makes it very entertaining, just as we are.
Are you not entertained?
No.
Not entertained.
Not entertained.
Obviously not. I expected that from some haters. But you know what? Y'all have the best chance, B, next to the Giants, of being on there next year. So
we've already been
I think it'll be the Giants.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
We've already been on Amazon.
It'll be the Giants.
They did the road to winning or whatever after we won the Super Bowl the season after that. So they followed the entire season instead of the preseason or the training camp stuff like the HBO does.
Y'all won the Super Bowl. Y'all won the Super Bowl in 2017, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know who else made it to the conference championship game that same year?
You mean On the NFC side, because we played the Vikings
on the AFC side.
We played the Vikings
On the AFC side.
It was the Patriots and Jaguars, yeah. With
have the mighty have fallen in just 4 years.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
Y'all better get into. That's when they had Jalen Ramsey and all them over there. They had that stacked defense. Oh yeah. So hey man, y'all gotta step it up. Otherwise, y'all gonna be right back. They're gonna be talking dirty about y'all. People are already starting to say little murmurs here and there, like, can you believe that these two teams, and I looked it up. I was like, you're right. Anyway.
But we're way better off than the Jaguars are. So don't even do none of that. Come on.
Much better off than Jaguars because, well, then again, we got to see what Sirianni does. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Hey, Dubs, you remember back in the day when we said, can I kick it? What it used to mean? I mean, it's like having a conversation. Like,
That's right.
I'm going to kick it with my man.
That's
right. What I'm saying? Like,
you want to kick it? You want to hang? You want to chat?
Right. I was kicking
it.
And so basically, that's why I named the segment "Kicking It." So it's also talking about soccer, football, all that good stuff. Football. So we're going to jump into it.
The world's favorite
sport. Great sport. I think one of the hardest sports to play, man, because you can't use your hands, man.
Takes a lot of finesse.
A lot of finesse.
Remember the disagreements we used to have? Which sport was more strenuous, soccer or football?
And I was like, yo, you have to be conditioned in order to play this game.
You do.
Fatigue makes cowards of us all.
You just got to, even though you're out of breath, you got to, especially if you're playing midfield, you just got to get back on defense, bro.
You got to get back. It's designed.
Suck it up and run.
Yeah.
Run the whole field.
Desire.
You'll make it there.
But you know what? I wasn't convinced until I started watching the U.S. women's national soccer team about 10 years ago. That's when I became convinced. And that led to Brandy Chastain exposing it all.
Oh yeah. She had a little thing hiding her tatas under there.
Yes.
Now every guy's wearing that thing now. It stops them from chafing their nipples. I actually confirmed and got that confirmed. All right, so check this out, y'all. Chelsea's Lukaku, who just left, I forgot, Italian team, Serie A, and moved over to, man, he's doing good. He scored 1 goal versus Arsenal to remain undefeated and looks to win both the English Premier League and to repeat as the UEFA Cup champs, because, Chelsea won last year without him. So their chances should be that much better. However, to the guys who lost, I guess, before them to because I think they lost to Manchester City, PSG, who now has Messi and crew.
The big three.
PSG are still awaiting the debut of Messi. However, they continue to win by flogging Brest. That's the name of the team. 4-2.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I definitely know.
With goals by Mbappe and Messi's Argentine countryman Di Maria. So yeah, they won that one without him. So they're doing well just without him. But once they add him to the mix, But there are some rumors. However, I'll tell you about that rumor in a second. Ronaldo comes off the bench as a sub in the Juventus Serie A match, 2-2 draw versus Udinese, and the club's management has put to rest wanting to move the star Portuguese striker from there to whatever, loaning him out. So they said they're going to keep him, but him coming off the bench, I don't know, he don't like that.
Yeah, I know he doesn't like that.
Yeah, and he didn't score too. Ooh, yeah.
Yikes.
Now, rumors of Mbappe to Real Madrid. That's some real stuff, y'all. They're trying to break up that dynasty already, moving him from Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. Also, Harry Kane to Manchester City still lingers on. So we don't know. It might happen. It might not happen. But that's what I have for you guys so far. Kicking it, soccer, football with Uncle Pete. Now we're going to move on to here and there. Bradley Beal. Who do you think, or where do you rather have him here with the Celtics or there with the Mavericks? where do you see him landing? Or where would you prefer to see him go if he was to leave our beloved Washington Wizards? Dubs.
That's a double-edged sword right there, man, because if he goes to Boston, then we play him how many times? 5, 6 times a season.
Yeah.
And he's
Only
up there with
twice
he'd be up there with his buddy, and it's in the same division. So, but I think Boston would be the best fit for him. Okay. I don't see him playing well with Luka.
Yeah.
You know what? Everyone is up on Luka, and I won't take away from the fact that he is a great player, but he's a ball hog, and I'm not a fan of ball hogs. So, and I don't think and Bradley Beal's played enough with the forever dribbling John Wall that he wouldn't be happy playing with a ball hog as well. So,
but do you think that he's only a ball hog because look at his options? Maybe if he had someone of Bradley's caliber, he wouldn't be such a ball hog. He'll be willing to share the responsibilities of creating and making, but with who he has, just like with his national team.
I don't know.
He is the man, and that's all. I mean,
and see, that's the thing. In his head, he's so used to having to be the man.
You don't think that Jason Kidd could break through to him and say, hey, with Bradley coming, it gives us a better chance to compete with these guys. Now we can make it past whatever round that we.
By the time Jason Kidd's able to break into his head, Jason Kidd will be on his way out the door.
So you don't even think it's going to last. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Coaching team now too.
Yeah. Well, I think Jason Kidd also learns along the way with some of his past stops in LA as well as Milwaukee that, today's players are a little different and you can't coach them the same way. So maybe he'll take it easy.
Yeah.
All right.
But my pick is Boston.
Boston. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris B.
I definitely agree with Dubs because I don't see it working in Dallas. I mean, I don't not that I'm saying Luka will be a ball hog. I just think the
Bradley
offense runs through both of them. So it runs through Luka in Dallas, it runs through Bill in with the Wizards. So it would work better for him to be up with the Celtics because Tatum and it's a toss-up to whose night it's going to be in Boston. Tatum, Brown, Smart, ? I don't know. But it will definitely give Bradley that number one. I'm the dude. I'll initiate the offense. And having Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, that's a big three.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely will be a big three. However, I think that him playing with the Celtics, it will take away from Jaylen Brown's game a bit. And I do believe Tatum, because it's fun in games when they're not on your team and you're fantasizing about it. But when they actually end up on your team, you're like, now I got to share this time, this spotlight. I'm looking at my contract and there's certain things within my contract that I have to do to get this kind of money. Now, I might not get that with you. And then what I see is that they're lacking a true point guard. So even if you trade for, if he ends up with us, barring, free agency, he doesn't get to free agency, you're giving up Smart. So Smart's coming this way. You still don't have a point guard. If you're looking at my man who just got there, who turned down the $84 million, he's not making good decisions to begin with. I don't think that he's going to make good decisions. He's still going to try to be the man because he's playing for a contract because he's not getting enough money there in Boston. So that will cause a rift, I believe, between those three stars because Bradley can create his own shot. Tatum can create kind of his own shot, but Jaylen can't create his own shot. He's not that guy his handles aren't the same.
That's
so
true.
You still need a point guard. And so I think that it might sound good in theory, but in reality, if he goes to the Mavericks, I see how Luka is. Yeah, Luka's somewhat of a ball, but just as I alluded to, he doesn't have really anyone to share, to defer to. Bradley, on the other hand, has never played with the player of the likes of Luka. I love you, Tatum, but you ain't dropping dimes like Luka. You're not rebounding like Luka. You're not putting up triple doubles like Luka. Yeah, you can score 60 points in a game, whatever, or 50 points, whatever, but you're not dropping triple doubles and dominating the game that he is. So you put Bradley Beal on the same team with that guy, and you find some other shooters, like real good shooters, and a decent point guard that they have, and the guy Jalen Brunson, I think his name is. He's getting better, as time goes on. So I think that he has a better shot, especially in the West, of doing something than he does out East. Because East, the top 4 is pretty much already set. I don't think anybody's going to be breaking that. However, we'll leave that to the people in the front office and see what comes of it. But we're going to move on now to Zion. Here or there? You'd rather have him here with the Pelicans or there with the Knicks? Dubs.
I say the Knicks. I think, after this past season, New York has kind of had a bit of a resurgence, making it back to the playoffs, making it back to winning basketball. And truth be told, they need another option for when Randall doesn't perform like he did in the playoffs. Okay. And so, and I think the lights and limelight of New York are perfect for Zion. I think Zion craves that. He's not getting that now. He's not getting it now like in the pros, like he got it at Duke as a freshman.
Right.
So, and I think he will perform well under that pressure. So, yeah, I say New York.
New York, okay. Pressure bust pipes.
That's right. No pressure, no diamonds.
True.
I don't know. I definitely don't see him. I don't know. It's Randall. Randall finally got to that's probably his first playoffs in forever.
Weren't they teammates? Weren't they teammates last year? I mean, the year before last, they weren't teammates with the Pelicans together his rookie year.
Nah.
Okay.
No. But I don't see. I just don't see it. Like, I don't see Zion being that dude when he goes to New York. I don't think it's based off matchup alone.
I think RJ Barrett's going to get better.
Barrett's going to get better. Yeah. And, and that's the other thing. His boy Barrett is there.
Right. So
it's a maybe for me, but I still think I don't think he would do better with the Knicks.
Yeah.
I think he will probably might lose more of a role in the playoffs too, based off the matchup alone. I'm like, he's faced some of the best big men or on the East. And I'm like, that front court, it's going to make him throw fits. I'm like, if you're looking for playoff success, I think he might have a better chance of it in the West.
Yeah, I'm like, I think he'll be undersized.
Of getting to the playoffs or of having playoff success? Because
playoff success.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to face a decent big man in the East at whatever seed, even at 5, 6, 7. In the West, you're gonna face probably more of a washed or an older big man, but you're not gonna face the young talent of big men in the East. Yeah. And I'm like, based off playoff in 7-game series, that's how they get the front court wins the game most of the time, especially in the East, as you see with Giannis. So I think he has more success just staying with the Pelicans.
Do you think the tides have turned now? Remember the West used to be so loaded and so jacked.
Yeah,
do you think it's tide is turned now? Or even. Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah,
definitely. I think that by him staying with the Pelicans and them bringing in another player to play alongside of him, because Ingram's going to get better, I believe so. And if they can get a decent point guard,
coach.
Better coach, better front office too. If you really look at it, I don't think the Bensons are doing good with the handling of that organization. But him going to New York, what are you, a 5th seed at the best? And even if you're 5th seed, who are you going to beat?
You might be seeing Capella. You might be seeing Giannis. You might be seeing Embiid.
Are you going to be beat? Yeah, I don't think they're going to fare any better against the Hawks. And I damn sure know they're not going to do any better against Doc and
might be see what's his name? The Heat. What's his name?
With the Heat?
No, the dude who's played for the Heat. Is that the big man?
Bam.
Yeah, Adebayo.
Yeah. That's gonna be tough.
You're gonna see a big man. You're gonna see
he's
a
undersized.
evenly matched big man or a better defensive big man in the East than the West.
Yeah, I believe so. And the West is just about running gun. That's why Dame and them thrive out there. When Dame comes East, he has to sacrifice some of his points. I hope he realizes that. He ain't gonna be like Stephen.
If he goes to the Sixers, he's definitely gonna have to be more of a distributor than the main focus of offense, especially playing alongside Embiid. You gonna have to feed that man.
You know what people don't realize? When you travel from the East to the West to go play teams, there's 3 hours difference, right?
Yeah.
That 3 hours difference that you're looking at, that means if someone has a 9 o'clock game, it's really 12 for you. So your body is used to. That's why a lot of these guys, when they go on the road, the West Coast swing or left coast swing by game 3, that's it. They're like, I gotta sit out one of these games. A lot of them do a lot of sitting, and a lot of strategy goes into it. So when you're out West, you're running and gunning. When these teams, especially if you're playing mile high and stuff like that, where you got shortness of breath and all that, you're dogging these teams. They're not used to that. So yeah, I'd say that definitely he'll be better off with the Pelicans than coming East, because East is a different thing. It's bang, 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 bang. All right, y'all. Coming close. That's right. It's time for hate me or love me, either or. Better roster, Lakers or the Nets? Chris B.
Lakers.
Right now? The Acres? Okay. Who you got? Dubs.
Nets.
Nets?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, somehow I agree with Chris B. They have a better roster than Lakers.
Thank you. The depth, the
when I look at the experience, I look at the players. They have a better roster. If Dinwiddie was still with them, I would probably give it to them. Yeah, but the hunger as well. You're right. I'll give it to them. However, when it comes down to that 7-man rotation in the playoffs in a would-be finals, I got the Nets. Y'all know what it is. All right, we kicking signs over here, y'all. We kicking signs. Y'all gotta listen, GPS fans. Y'all gotta follow us now to the next venue. All right, all in one sports podcast. All right, better player, Cade or Jalen Green? Motorcade, as I call him. Motown.
Cade.
Okay.
Cade.
Okay, they're talking about Jalen Green, the man. That's why they're gonna get rid of J-Dub. So I don't know, but I'm going with Cade. Clean sweep.
Exactly. Come on.
That boy,
I seen that boy ball in the
tournament.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
He's almost like Luka, but I think with a better jumper.
Yes, I agree.
He can't rebound as good, but he has a better jumper. Right. So yeah, he's going. He's 6'8". He's 6'8". He's like magic, man. Let's see if he can run that point. All right, better big three: Brody, LBJ, and AD, or CP3, Devin Booker, and DB and DA.
Come on now, it's Brody.
Brody?
Yeah, okay. It's Brody, man.
Brody? Brody, LBJ, and AD?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I would call the other one 2.0, and I call them 1.0.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, and then it depends on what Aiden you're getting.
Right.
Yes, he's still young. Fire in the playoffs, but in the big moments, he shrunk.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. He looked great those first 2 games in the finals, but then after that.
Yeah, I just look at it like this: Brody or CP3. I'll take Brody.
I'm taking Brody too.
LBJ or DB. That's a laugher. AD or DeAndre Ayton. His name backward or his initial backward. I got AD. So yeah, definitely clean sweep.
Brody is a machine, man. I don't care how many shots he jacks up and misses. He more than makes up for his misses with all the rebounds and the assists, man.
Watching what he did with us last year, now that I think about it, he's going to give LBJ and AD a lot of time to rest during the regular season, because he's that maniac where he's like, I'll play with Carmelo and the rest of these guys and we'll get it done without them.
Competitor.
Yeah, he's a hell of a competitor. Yeah,
that's what they needed, and like I think this is probably the best, one of the best, I guess, orchestrated big three.
And he'll be the one. He'll be the one razzing them when they're out with stuff like, "See, we don't need you,"
right?
To kind of egg them on to get back.
And he's playing with guys who aren't going to feel sensitive to it. They're like, damn, I needed this all my career. I'm talking about veterans who are like, yo, I think if we do this, we're going to go to the next level. And just like in the beginning, how a lot of people were talking about, oh, it's not going to work with the big three, with the Nets and all that. I'm looking at this, and after further review, this is going to work.
And you know what?
Some catastrophe or injury.
And you know what? Don't be surprised next season when Brody's in the talk for Player of the Year.
Yeah, MVP. I agree. Definitely. Especially if they have a hell of a great record. Yeah, he's going to be in that conversation, no doubt. All right, who would you have, or who would you take in a Game 7 winner take all, Steph or Dame?
Ooh.
Well, I haven't seen Dame in a Game 7. So.
Yeah, I take Steph.
You take
Give me Steph. Okay. Steph's more proven. I mean, Dame hits game-winning shots. I know,
but I don't really remember seeing Steph take over a Game 7 like that. I've seen KD. I've seen.
So here's the deal.
I've seen them lose to Kyrie, and I think in a Game 7.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Steph takes over a game within the second and third periods.
Yep.
Okay.
Dame will take over a game in the last 5 minutes.
Right.
And see, that's the difference. So which one do you value most?
You put them with the right, put this way, right? If you put them with the right players around them, you put them in Golden State, the last 5 minutes, I'll take that Game 7. give me Dame Dollar, baby, because I know we going home. We're going to ride that man's back, kind of like Jordan used to do. So to me, it's kind of like Jordan, LBJ, because I've seen Steph defer now to other players on the team.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'll roll with Dame, but y'all two can have Steph. Who has the best shot at dethroning the Washington football team? The Eagles or the Midgets? Chris B.
The Midgets, because they swept them last year.
Oh,
you have the Midgets have a better chance at dethroning. When I say dethrone, which means hitting them and taking first place to win our division.
Oh no! I'll give us that. I'll give us that. No. I'll give us that.
Correct that.
Yeah, I'll give us that one.
Right,
I thought you said like just
beating them. Just beating them. Yeah.
Chris B, please know the first statement you made still hurts, man. It still hurts, man. You had to remind me of that.
I have to remind you every time. You're so mighty, but in some aspects, maybe not.
But
there's a little weak spot.
I was thinking about this the other day, Dubs. If Jalen would have played the whole game, y'all wouldn't have made the playoffs last year.
That's true.
That is
very true.
Right now, you can
say one way or the other.
And
who can say?
And people will be talking about the New York.
No, it wasn't like Jalen was playing lights out against us. Now, come on, now don't give them that much.
They were more than 10 points.
They weren't playing lights out.
Who was your quarterback?
He wasn't scaring anybody.
Who was your quarterback? Heineke was your quarterback then? No, I think it was in that last game. Was it Heineke who started for y'all? No, was it Alex Smith? No, I don't know.
No, it was Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Smith started that game. That's the last game he played for us.
Y'all weren't winning that game.
No. If Hurts played that entire game, donezo.
All right, so Dubs, who you think has a better shot? Eagles or Midgets?
All right, I'll give it to the Eagles.
You give it to the Eagles?
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it to the Eagles.
Yeah, that's a clean sweep, man. I give it to the Eagles. You notice I didn't put us up there because we already dethroned y'all. Get out of here. Get out of here, Fitztragic. All right. Who will have a better year, Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase? Dubs.
I was going to say, let's let the homer go first.
No. I'm waiting for his. I got to let you get your in first. Yeah.
But I'm going to agree with the homer, man, because I know where he's going. It's going to be Devontae Smith.
Okay.
What it comes down to his execution, and this man came off an injury after 3 weeks, and he still has that crisp route running ability. and has the hands. All he has to do is just focus a little bit more.
Okay.
Come on, it's Devontae, Smitty, give me that.
Yeah. What I saw from Chase in the other game, man.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
When I had this down earlier, when I because it was right after it, that was before Smitty came back to practice and before I watched Jamar against you guys. So I had Jamar, but I switched to Devontae Smith, so it's a clean sweep. Okay, which rookie head coach will have a better season, Nick Sirianni or Brandon Staley? I'll let you take that, B.
Staley is who's coach? Niners?
Mm-hmm. No. He's the coach of the Chargers. Brandon Staley.
That's tough. So he already has a battle-tested quarterback, and Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, better receiving core. I mean,
good defense.
Yeah, I'm like this. It's really it's I can't pick. I'd give it, but I don't know. I definitely. That's hard.
I'll go Staley.
I'm leaning towards Staley too.
That quarterback's going to take him. That quarterback's going to make him look so good.
That's what I'll say. I was like, I think it would just be that alone, just off of Herbert's play.
Yeah.
Mr. Herbert.
I'm not saying I don't have any faith in Hurts. I just think Herbert had longer time and more NFL reps. Yeah. So that experience will outmatch Hurts and Sirianni.
I'll tell you now, Herbert is the next. Herbert is Dan Marino 2.0.
Okay. I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. It's a clean sweep. Because I got Brandon Staley.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Who had a better preseason game 2? Chris's Eagles or the Jets? I wrote this early, like I said, so I'm gonna let y'all know already. I got the Jets. The Jets look better. And I think y'all both.
Why would I say my team? I mean, I won't say my team because I'm like, it's
35-0.
I don't really care.
You can't really say anything. Yeah.
It's not even that. It's just you didn't play the first team. If you played the first team like Belichick played the first team, then we have to talk a different story.
True.
Once again, they play them in the regular season. So I didn't. If anything, that's a chess move. I would give it to Sirianni.
Wilson looks good though, man. I'm telling y'all, that boy's looking
Wilson does look good.
He does. He looked like he about to drag. Oh yeah, matter of fact, next week, what's his name's going to join us? DJ Swig.
He's
going to talk about his, because we're going to do the ranking for the East next year,
right.
NFC East and AFC East to finish it out. So on perfect timing. So we got that.
Yeah.
All right. So who you say, Dubs?
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep. Okay. And for the finale, worst team name: Browns, Browns, or the Packers?
Browns. No contest.
Browns.
Yeah, no contest. Clean sweep. It is the Packers, even though both of them to combine.
Yeah.
Brown Packers. Hey.
So let's just thank our lucky stars that the Packers are not in certain other geographical areas that may or may not add a different meaning to Packers.
Oh, I'm telling you, boy.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
We're not going to elaborate. Yeah,
that's right.
Work with it.
That's right.
We don't want to get in trouble over here.
Play the long game with these jokes.
Yeah, I might get in trouble with these next couple of jokes. All right. It's the same shit. We're just dumping it in another toilet. You know how it goes, y'all. Here we go. This week's Crash Dummy. Who do we have for this week's Crash Dummy? Oh, yeah. It's all right. Sorry. Shikari. Edward Scissorhands. Richardson. Please stop the self-promotion and let your feet do the talking, girl, because now you ain't looking so hot in my eyes, man. I thought you were just that before all this happened. Now it's like Chris B said, you weren't fine-tuned. These other ladies were fine-tuned. And now, you know, did you see how they walked behind her during her interview? I meant to play her interview. Oh, man. Did you hear the nonsense that she was talking during her interview?
I heard all of it.
Come on, Sha'Carri.
I'm still an advocate for her. I think she'll definitely bounce back.
Yeah.
Just not right now.
I believe so. I believe so. But still, man, it didn't sound good the way she was just, you know, going off like that. I mean, is this it right here? I think this is it. Hold on.
Why is it your grocery order arrives the second?
Oh, shut up. I didn't want that. Free promotional stuff over here. No. That's not how we get down. But yeah, we're gonna play it in a second. I'm like, she needs like a PR person, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta go out there and hire that person to come on and give her that. You got it.
I mean, she'll learn soon
in
enough.
the women's 100.
It was the showdown that fans had been hoping for at the Olympics weekend, looking to the future.
Congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the people that won, but they're not done seeing me yet. Period.
We know we're not done seeing you, but damn, you should be done talking. So you get this.
Yeah, get back on that. Get back on that work. I got you.
We still love you though, Sha'Carri. Just, you know, get it together, baby. We know you can handle it. You know,
they not done seeing me yet.
Yeah, get back on that.
They not done seeing me yet.
Get back on that grind. You're right.
I'm gonna hit this blunt and I'm gonna be right back.
It was edibles. She had edibles.
Yeah, they keep saying it was edibles. Yeah, same.
I'm gonna have this muffin. I'm gonna be right back.
She was high. She looked high when she was saying that shit.
Give me the brown muffin, the one without the poppy seeds.
She got high. All right, check it out, y'all. Joke of the episode. There are names that are no longer popular, like Estelle, Norma. You remember Norma? Margaret and Edith. However, I have two friends named Edith. One named Edith Ash and the other named Edith Putty. And they both own a liquor store in Washington, D.C.'s DuPont Circle named Butch's Liquor. Ba-dum-bum. Yeah, that should get me in trouble. All right, Britney Spears is being accused of battery by her housekeeper. Y'all hear about that, man?
No.
Yeah, she like smacked her housekeeper's iPhone out of her hand while she was trying to show her something about some pictures of her dogs that she apparently were being mistreated and malnourished and all that. And it kind of reminded me of the situation that that supermodel had with like when she threw the phone at her at her housekeeper. What's her name?
I can't think of her name.
Black woman. She had the thing with Charles Taylor, man. Naomi Campbell.
Yes.
Yes. And in case if her housekeeper was getting it fucked up by not realizing who she was working for, I'm sure she let her know when she said, and she reminded her, "It's Britney, bitch." Who the fuck you think you doing? You know, it might have some shit on me, but look, I'm still Britney Spears. Okay, I will throw a tantrum or something or shave my head bald. Hey y'all, we made it. A little over the hill, but you know, we'll be back next week, and then after next week, get ready for the new format, y'all. It's gonna be nice. You're gonna like it.
Rebrand.
A lie has many variations, but the truth none. Also, the truth runs marathons and lies run sprints. Let that marinate. Men lie, women lie, others lie. Michael McCarthy lied. I thought Dak was going to be out for a few days, man. And then now we dealing with all this. And Jerry Jones lies. JJ, shut the fuck up. You know you don't have to try to sell so hard to sell your team or our team, because the Dallas Cowboys are the richest franchise in sports world, fam. Just let it go. Even the Dalai Lama and the Pope told some lies, but never has a ball on my eyes. Shout out to our man Rasheed Wallace. Grass the Maz, that is the task, or your ass is grass, fam, or all of our asses, for that matter. Hey, big ups to Doyle Mitchell of the Industrial Banks, serving the Washington, D.C. and Prince George's County, Maryland community since 1934. And to Mary Bazzini of Godman Power in Springfield, Virginia, with the Godman Grid solar power generators. Power to the future, y'all. And to Yes We See Fashions, to clothe and unite us. That is yes in 3 languages, English, Francais, and Espanol. And to Richie Rich and his Parkables, and it's spelled PARKERABLE.com, with the P Clarence Challenge, as well as the PGC Tribes, and the PGC stands for Prince George's County, Maryland. And big ups to Brother Fatari with his healthy cane and coconut, fresh pressed sugar cane and coconut juice. So go to CANE, cane hyphen coconut. If you know how to spell coconut, it's COCO nut. Square.site to place your orders. Also to Aline and Joe with Storytime Productions. And last but not least, D2, aka DJ Swing and Swing Entertainment, who should be joining us next week. Here we go. And like when a cell phone starts to spark on an airplane and then catches fire, followed by an emergency landing. Did y'all hear about that? And I'm just surprised that this doesn't happen more often with smart devices. And the 3 female Jamaican sprinters who left Sha'Carri Richardson in the dust after the second half of the 100-meter dash in an Oregon meet by shifting to a higher gear. We out! What I said. Duns River Falls on 3. 1, 2, 3. Duns River Falls, baby. But before we go, no, we have to throw this in there. Where is it? Yeah, they stole our ending, but we're here to claim it back, and especially when we move forward to our new format, or y'all gonna love us even more.
Are you not entertained?
That is my question. You have to be. So on that note, we are going to call that a wrap. And yeah, please, y'all, make sure that you come and join us and continue with us on our journey. Like I said, we're going to keep you guys informed. We're going to tell you how to find us at our new location. Somehow, I believe Chris B will find a way to connect the dots where you won't skip a beat. But it will be shorter shows. It will be segments. So it won't be as long. So you can actually, instead of us time stamping it, you can go to each segment that you want to watch, which is your favorites, whether it's EDA or NFC East Chronicles. And we're going to make it easier for you guys so you guys don't take up most of your time watching us. All right. So it's over, yo. You